Okay, let's do this. So, welcome to the Wonderboy 3, the Dragon's Trap speedrun tutorial. The category what we are learning, or what you can learn this right now, is called any %. And I have to mention that this run, on actual circumstances from the inputs, is a emulation run only. You will ask why. So there is a thing what we call Tasmanian sword, and with the Tasmanian sword you can actually change your forms into everything what you want when you buy it, but to change the form, like everything, you have the human, the lizard, the mouse man, the piranha man, the lion man, and the bird man, the hawk man. But to change it you have to press in jump, at the same time you have to press from controller button 1 from the first controller, and from the second controller you have to press button 2. So since you cannot do that fast gameplay and pressing these things at the same time, it is actually almost, I say almost, okay, almost impossible to speedrun that on a normal console. The only way that you would get that on a normal console would be that you have a friend who knows the speedrun and who can change with you together in the moment you want to change the forms, because he knows your speedruns, that he can press the buttons with you together during the changing forms. The good thing is that this changing form thing is just in the end of the game, so it would not actually be a lot of stuff what you actually have to learn. But yeah, you actually would have the problem that you have to press the input in the same time like your partner. Every time when he's jumping and then slashing, you have to press the same button at the same time. So that's the problem about this run. But in any case, if you are playing on an emulation, what is not console, then you can put your two controllers on one controller, and then you can press the mentioned buttons together, what is like on controller 1 button 1 and on controller 2 button 2. So you can change into forms, even into the human, what is actually a form what you cannot see before normally you finish the game, because you will change from a human in the beginning to a lizard, and you will only normally see the human form again when you beat the last boss, the vampire dragon, I think it's called. So to mention that, bring your setup in your emulation. We recommend the Fusion because it's very easy to set it up, but whatever you want, of course. You can also use the RetroArch and I think also Bizarre and stuff. You just have to bring your controller, like you bring your two controllers on one controller, and my setup, for example, is that I put button 1 and 2 from controller 1 and 2 on Y and B on the Super Nintendo controller, and the button 2 on controller 2 I put on the left shoulder button here in the top. So every time when I press the left shoulder button and Y on this controller, for example, I can change my forms. And the jump button is very important because you can only change when you are in the jumping animation. You cannot change on the ground, even when you press both together. You have to jump and hit both in the moment when you're falling, so you can change the forms, just to inform you and to mention how this goes. So the game, you have to actually do a soft reset or a hard reset, so the things are not getting changed. Why? Because yeah, it's like all scripted, or there's a thing called what was it called? Inside timer, like global timer it's called. So every time when you do actions and do stuff in this game, you get a different thing, kind of like when you jump, when you hit, when you bonk, but many times you can actually predict stuff when you see stuff, so I will try to explain as much as I can, and also like special places where you have to do some special stuff. And in the end, hopefully you will understand how the speedrun goes, and from that, let's start. So yeah, you have to press new game, of course, and the game starts in the moment when you press new game. And then you just have to mash both buttons, because there's a text what you actually want to skip. It's like the introduction of the game, because Wonder Boy 3 The Dragon's Trap is the continuation of Wonder Boy 2 in Monsterland. And then we are just doing the beginning, what is actually super easy. It's just jumping over snakes, falling into the ground, and then every time hitting guys in a special point. Normally, like, you can also hit them in the ground, but in the air you lose less frames, so that's why we kill them in the air. So let me just continue with I will always use one save state, and with that yeah, you just have everything what we can start every time. So like I said, you mash the buttons, and the beginning is very easy. You just jump over the 5 snakes. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then comes number 5. That's it. Then you jump and hit the 3 guys coming, 3 red guys. Then you just, if you want, you can jump here in the hole. You just can walk into the hole, and then you hold left. You jump over the skeleton guy. And then you always hit in these spots, like every second one, there comes the guy. So it's like completely easy rhythm. And there you are in front of the boss door. So very easy, actually, like I already mentioned. Jump over the 5 first snakes. Then when you're entering the next screen, you jump and then hit the guy, the 3 red devil guys, like Cyclopses. You go down, you hold left, and then you jump over the skeleton, and every time when you see like these things here are like coming, and the second one I will just show you right now, because I killed everything, it should be fine. So you're entering this last room, and on the second one you jump and hit, then on the 4th hit, on the 6th, and on number 8, and then you're in front of the boss door. So it's like completely easy, the rhythm. And this is like the pause menu, what you have, of course. So the boss is the Mecha Dragon, and the Mecha Dragon has 2 different patterns in the beginning. You can directly stop, and you want to hit him 3 times, so he goes a little bit to the right, and then you hit him still 3 times. Then you let yourself get hit. To manipulate a little bit the damage, let him come, and the second form what he can do is like he can stop and shoot at you, or he can come at you. And the best would be, of course, he's stopping directly in the beginning. You hit him 3 times, get hit by his fire, and then let him come and hit him 4 times, I think. Yes, 68, and I think you hit him 4 times, and the last one has to be off screen, so you have to be a little bit more to the left. And when you hit him off screen, the flame what is spawning always spawns in the middle. When you hit him on the screen that he can be seen, the flame will be spawning at the place where he is, and it's very difficult to collect money, because you have to collect money. You need like 59 to buy the 2 armor stuff, like the sword and the armor later. So you actually want 59, and that is, I think the flame has to go 4 times from left to right. And if you do what I just mentioned, hit him 3 times, getting hit by the fire, and then killing him, don't get any more hit. It's like always the same. I think the flame goes 1 time to the right, left, and then you can get touched. But we have to find that out, of course. So yeah, the fight will be like this. 1, 2, 3, getting hit, then you go to the left, hope he's coming, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 times, and then this 1 time going to the left, then the second time going to the right, then again to the left, then again to the right, then to the left, and then you can get hit. And if you see 4, 1, and then 4, you have like 62 right now, and then the game continues. So this is how the beginning goes, and for the flame is like can go long or short, and important is to understand from the flame that if you, like before it moves, if you jump and then go on the ground, it will always pass over you, because it will always see the last position where you are, and when you are in the air, the flame tries to touch you in the air, and when you go up and then hold the button down, what is possible as human, the flame will normally pass you. If the flame is like a little bit from the distance to the right or to the left, it should be always come to you and you can jump easily over it, but sometimes it has weird positions and you just have to try to avoid getting touched until you are having, like I said, at least 57 gold, because we are not losing so much time when we are like killing 2 snakes in the way later. Or like if you want to be sure, you can even jump one more time over the flame, and then you will have like the maximum 69 normally. So this is the beginning. Let's do this game. New game, mash the buttons, and then just jump over the snakes, don't get touched. So then here over the snake, and then just start jumping and hitting them, 3 of them. Cyclops, same like rhythm. Then you can jump into the hole, you can walk into the hole, hold left. Jump here over the skeleton on the bridge. Go for the second, jump and hit. 4th, jump and hit. 6, jump and hit. And number 8, and go into the door by pressing up. And then 3 hits. 1, 2, 3, that was the long pattern. Then you hope he's coming. If he's not coming, he will stop at the corner, and then you have to wait until he shoots and comes for you. And then we do again the same. Jump over, look what the flame is doing. This position, for example, you can do like that. Jump over that. Jump over, and now it should be all fine. And you have 57. And that's fine. So if you have more than 59, or like 59 exactly, could be, then you don't have to collect any money. These are the red guys, and the green guy just follow the wall way and just shoot them. And this guy shoots, and then you get a key, and then you just open the door, and there is the first interesting room where we have to save it right now. So this room is, in that case, kind of interesting, because this room has like fallen rocks, and when you are following the pattern what I will show you, you will have always the same pattern. In the moment when you get touched by the rocks, it could be that it stays with the same pattern I will tell you, or I will show you, or it will change. And when it changes, don't look at me, everything will be different. Most of the time stones from the top will fall on you, and you have to wait before you can pass them. It's actually not so difficult to find, to learn the pattern. Is always the same if you do it correctly. You have just to kill one guy on the way, and the rest is just avoiding the rocks and forcing them to come down, but then wait before and then jump. And in the end of that room you have kind of a stairs thing, like there comes rocks on the top, and you would have to wait like 10 seconds longer, but we are doing a kind of a damage boost thing. So we go on the top, get damage boost, and then we are waiting for the next stone again to damage boost, and then we go out before even that bridge is finished. So yeah, when you're in the, like on button 2, you can actually select the parts, and with button 1 you can go out. So with button 2 you go in, and with button 1 you go out, and you also have to put on your controller, of course, the start and pause menu. What do you have? Start to enter that. So to go out is of course this one. So the pattern is following. It's you jump on that first one, then on this one, and then this stone comes down. Then you go on this one and shoot. And then here, it's kind of difficult to show everything slowly, and I hope the stones are doing us the favor that they are not changing when I wait. So you go on this one, and then you wait for this stone. Then you go on this one, shoot that guy. Then you go on this one, wait for this stone. Then you go here, wait for this stone. If you get touched by the stone, you change it. I just changed it. So let's do it again. I will try to play slow, so you are just waiting for this stone, very important. Then you shoot this guy, then you wait for this stone. And if you wait too long, they are changing, as you can see, and everything is different. So you have to be actually really fast, not waiting, like I said. So this one, then you have to hit this guy, then you have to wait for this stone, then you have to wait for this stone, then you have to wait for this stone, and then for these two. So this is the first part of the cave. What has to be learned. It's mostly like there are 3 stones you have to wait for. What is this one? Then it's this one. You kill this guy. Then this one. Then you wait for this stone. And if you're messing up, like I said, everything will be changed and stones are falling in a different way. So it's 3 stones and 1 enemy looking for out. This one, then comes this one, then comes this one, and then comes this one. And then you wait for the 2, and then you go. And you jump on the blocks like I do. Then you are waiting for this one, then you're just jumping between these 2, and then you're at the stairs. You hold down, get here on the top with the iframes, and then you can jump out, and we are outside of the castle. So let's do this again, and like I already mentioned, I will try to explain slowly. So this to this. This one you already passed, this one you shoot, this one you wait. And when you wait too long, you change the pattern, as you can see, and it will be always hitting you. So you have to do it fast. So you go on the small to the big one, then you go and wait. You shoot this guy, small to big one, wait for this one, then you wait for this one, then you wait for this one, and then you wait for the 2, and then you're going on the small one to the big one, to the small one, to the big one. Here waiting for the one to come, go on the big one, jump between these 2, and then you hold down, and you go up and you hold down. If you would not do that, you would have to wait until this is completely, so you have to wait until the bridge is full, what is 10 seconds, and we don't want this. So one more time, before we're going to the outside thing. Here, this one is the first one. The second one is this guy, kill him, then wait for this one. Then wait for this one, then wait for this one, and wait for this one. And then you go small to top, top to small, jump out of the screen, wait for this one here coming, and then between these 2. And then you go on the first one, get the damage boost, go up here, hold again down, and then jump out. So, let's do this again, last time. First one is coming here. Second one is the guy. Third one is coming this one. Fourth one is coming this one. Fifth one is this. And then the double stones. Hold left and then right again. Then you just follow the rules. Then you wait until this one is coming down. If you get hit, can be that you still have the same pattern. You have to see if there are more stones coming or not. If there are not more stones coming, then you have still the same pattern like you have to and want to. And remember, every time you do something different, you could change the RNG. So, if you want to be safe, of course, you can be really slow, but like I said, if you're waiting too long, then you change the pattern automatically. So you wait for this one, you shoot this guy, then you wait for this one to coming down, you wait for this one to coming down, this one, and this one. Then you go, small to top, top to small, and going here, wait for this one, go to jump between these 2, and then we go up by damage boosting and up by damage boosting. And we are out, holding left, then you have like 1 enemy coming, you shoot him, then 2 enemies coming, shooting, 2 skeletons and 3. Don't pick up anything, because if you do it like I do, you have to kill yourself, make a death at the beach with getting, in the moment you get the key. So everything what you are collecting, except the gold and the keys, and stones. Like this is what you stay, all the armors will stay, but what you are losing when you die is you lose all your power-ups, what is fireball, tornado, arrow, boomerang, and thunder. So whatever you would pick up, you would not continue with that, and you would lose those time. So there is one guy, then two, and then three, and then we are out, and we have a small cutscene break here. So after this comes this. We will come back to this here later, to this castle. So this is how it goes. And to mention the skeletons, we will have them later in the cave, in the forest part. The skeletons will always go to the left and then will try to jump on you. So they go to the left and then they change directions. So in the moment when they're close to you, you just shoot them and they should be dead immediately. So now we are in the main city. Here you can get a password, and we have to get the key to enter this door here, because this is the door we have to go. And there's the shop, and the shop we also will collect later, because we have to first get the key. So what you do when you start is you are here, and then you just go here to the door and press up. And then you go into that and you just hold right, and the lizard can actually breathe underwater. You jump here on the top, here and here, and now we are going to the island part. So if you have more than 59 gold or 59 gold, you don't have to kill anyone. You have enough money and you just need 59 money to buy the armor and the sword in the shop later, after collecting the key. So what we are doing right now is we go to the beach, and the most important part for you in this is there are two things: damage boosting in the right place, and not falling into the water. Because if you fall into the water, you will be getting scared, because there are a lot of enemies there. You will still, perhaps you'll survive, but you have just one heart, you have one potion, there are fishes, there are octos, there's a lot of stuff, and it will be very, very hard to go out of the water again. So same like if you watched Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, it is very important to stay on the island, on the top, on the platforms, and not falling into the water. If you fall into the water, try to survive until the end. There is a door, and go up again and try to save it, but it's actually super hard. It loses a lot of time. Another thing what I have to mention for the lizard is you only can shoot once. So in the moment when you shoot another time a shot, I will just show you. When you shoot, the first one will disappear. So Lizard Man can only shoot another fire breathing thing when he hits something, or when it disappears. So you have to be very careful. Don't mash that shot. It's like when you mash it, the one would actually perhaps hit, the enemy will not hit because it will disappear before, and then there's creating a new shot. So be really careful that you are hitting the guys before you shoot another one. It's a timing thing, and don't mash it. Don't get nervous or something. Just let them hit, and yeah, this is how I have to mention it. So we're going to the next part. Is actually just jumping on these three platforms, and here we have like 3 snakes, and these 3 snakes are important for the money thing. So when you have 59 or more, you just jump over the first 2 the second one will be hit you. You hit the third one with the flame, and then you just go, because you don't need money. If you have less than 59, what is like perhaps 57 or 58, what I do is I bonk the first one and then shoot at the 2 next ones. So one of them is at least giving me 1 gold, 2 golds, or whatever I need. So I'm going to get enough money to have 59. That is very, very important. because 59 we need for the 2 armors. If you are somehow really on low money, like under 50, like 40 or something, there are 2 ways. You just kill everything on the way and get some damage boost later, or you will gamble. You can actually gamble. In the end, there are blue crabs, and the blue crabs can actually give you bigger gold, what is like until 12 gold or something. So if you really want to gamble, you can, like all the small enemies, the red ones will give you between 1 and 4 gold normally, sometimes 7 and 9, but it's just lucky global timer stuff. So if you really want to gamble and you are low money, you can kill some, and then you hope that the first blue crab gives you good money, and then you use the second and third one to damage boost or whatever you want. But it's actually really risky, and I recommend the beginning, like I was mentioning. With the dragon, avoid the flame, and if you just don't get enough money, well, you can reset. It's just 1 minute. I definitely recommend more trying the beginning correctly than trying to gamble for money in the end, because you need the 59. You have no other choice. So with that, we just go again to the beginning here, and if you have like more 59 or more, what you have to do is like jump over this, get this one hit, shoot at him, and then continue. And it's just jumping over enemies and platforms. Because you already have 59, you don't have to collect anything, you just go. But if you have less, like I said, 57, 58 could be, perhaps 54, what you should do is you should do that. You should bonk the first of the snakes on purpose here, like not jumping so and then collecting just these 2 golds. Interesting thing is, like when you're hitting the first one, you have to wait for the gold to come down. So in that case, you can even hit the second one, because when you wait for the gold to come down and you hit the other one, when you are passing, you will not lose any time and collect 2 coins. So you don't have to gamble for the last one, because sometimes the last of the 3 snakes can drop a tornado, and then you are having the problem that you have to kill somebody else and you lose time. So just bonk the first one and kill the next 2 and collect the money without any stop. It's like a small time loss, but still better than I don't know, killing somebody else, because the red ones you kill with 1 shot and the green ones you need 2 shots, and the blue ones with 3 shots, because you're really low on attack mode. So with that, we do that again, and I pretend like I have 57, so I have to make the damage boost for the first one, and I will explain why we have to do damage boost anyway. So you take these 2, and then you just jump over this crab, jump over the snake, and jump over this crab. Next screen will be coming to crab. So why do we do the damage boost, you will ask? We have 1 potion, and the fastest way to continue this game is not getting back. So normally the game wants you to go forward, take the key, and then go back completely until the beginning. What you just had been there was a door. I can show you the door, and it's actually, they want you to come back to this door, because this door brings you actually back into the city. And that would be like taking a lot of time. So the fastest way is actually taking damage on the way to the key, and right before you would be dying, you take the key, and then you are getting out, and you directly die from the next enemy what is hitting you, and you get into the continue screen, because you have infinite continues luckily, and you have a password system, but we don't need the password system. We just play this in a 1 run, so it should be not a big deal. So you need actually to die there to save all the time to go back, because it would be taking you at least a minute, and with that it causes you some seconds. Of course you don't have any more the potion, but if you press in the lucky way, you could get another potion which loses 4 seconds because of the sound animation, but you would have another potion again. So I will tell you also before that, I will make save state and tell you what you have to press and what kind of things will come, what then I can pretend will be the way on the next level to the first boss, the what is him called? Mummy Dragon, right? It's like in the pyramid, and it's called Mummy Dragon. And I can actually pretend already, since I played so many times this beginning, what is coming now, and I will try to explain you when you see a certain point where the potion stopped. It's like a rotation, a roulette, and when it stops on a certain point, I can actually tell you what you have to do. And this is that you get again the best pattern. So there is a way where you get kind of the best pattern, what is kind of a no stop, and you get enough money, and you get enough firestorms on the way because they're important for the Mummy Dragon. And you can use the firestorm then in the end to get an extra hit and to bring the Mummy Dragon into a different kind of global timer stuff. So you can actually pretend also the fight and kill him actually really fast without, like, you know what is coming until that part, and after that it's just changing everything, of course. But until the Mummy Dragon, I actually can already pretend what is coming next if you do it correctly, what is kind of funny. So it shows actually always the global timer, and you can bring your gameplay into the best pattern. Always depends on where the potion is, or you already see the potion is stopping in that position. So that means that I have this in the next screen on the way to the pyramid, or I have to do this on that to get to the best pattern to the way to the pyramid, what is not a surprising thing. So with that, let's just do the screens. So the first screen is here, just jumping on the 3 platforms. If you have less than 59, you collect these 2 money things here. You jump over that crap, you jump over this one, and you jump over this one. Now you have like 2 crabs you jump between. Then you jump over this very early, and then you have to jump and shoot in the same time to not get hit. Then you get the bonk on purpose, then you get the bonk here on purpose, and you lost already a potion, but this is intended. And then you jump over the next 3 enemies on the one on the ground. Then you make a late jump, not so big, so you get hit by this guy, and then you're at the door. And here's the key. I just wanted to show you how it looks like. It's actually really easy at the beginning. It's like we have 4 minutes in the game when we are doing that here, 3:57 or something. So then you just go to that guy. You can also jump between these 2, but whatever you want. And now we have this rotation roulette, and you have to press a button so the potion starts. And when the potion is now in the top left, for example, it's the best pattern. So you can actually pretend to stop your red heart there, because most of the time it can stop there. And then we are back into the town, like I was mentioning already. We are here already, we don't have to wait. And if you do it correctly, this is the beginning. We do this again, and I will try to explain again slowly, screen by screen, as good as I can. So it's less than 59, you bonk this guy, and then you collect the money. More than 59 or 59, just jump over the second one, get hit by the second one, and then kill the third one and go. It's always jumping over these, jump between these 2. Then you jump over this crab early, if not you get hit. Jump hit, and then jump, jump, jump. Get on purpose the hit. Could be, he could shoot high or low, you have to check. Then don't get hit. If you get hit, you have to jump over the crabs. So if you have full hearts, you need to take the bonk from these 2 crabs on purpose and then go into the door. If you have less, like you got another bonk or whatever, try to jump over these by holding really the jump button, and then go out, go in, take the key, and then just what I do is just go here and then bonk. So wait for the third one to spawn at bop, and then you can press, and as you can see, the potion will be stopping here. I will freeze right now. I will try to freeze at least. It's not possible. So let's do it in the moment before I hit. I will tell you. Well, it's difficult. So you saw the rotation thing, And when it's like in the top left, not completely left, when it was like there where I was mentioning, that is the best pattern you actually want, and I can predict how it goes. Sometimes it's also in different positions, but the most recent, what I always saw is top left, the second one on the top, down left, what is the second one on the down left. Normally it's like this is a slow animation of the potion coming there. The down left is like really fast and then stops down, second one. It's also a pattern what I can predict, and I tell you what you have to do. And then there's also down left completely, what is the same like in the top left, the second one. These are the predictions I can tell you. And if you did it correctly, we are now on the top left, and you can get a potion like I was mentioning. If you don't want the potion, there is a potion on the way. Before the boss, you can get an extra potion. And it depends what time you want to have. I give you some safe strats in this game. And this is like the beginning. So the beginning you will always repeat a lot. So you should actually get used to the beginning very fast. How much money you have, who you have to call, like I was mentioning. Normally you should have 57, 58 or more money. If you have like 53, you have to kill perhaps a little bit more. You have to look for the damage. And yeah, you should get the last damage before dying at the blue crabs in the end. Be careful with the cloud there shooting fire at you, so don't wait too long. Go directly in the door and then get the key in the last door and then go out and kill yourself. And then you're back into the town here. So that's why I call it beach death, damage boosting through that. And the hard part is just to not get hit. Sometimes early jump is better than late jump in the platforms. You saw like from the screen what I was like mentioning is like jumping over the crabs. They will turn around early, so you just try not to get hit. And the only very crucial part is the one crab where you have to hit him in the way on the top. So you jump and directly hit again. It's a little bit the same like Alex Kidd in Shinobi World, where you like make the jump slashes. So you press jump and then shoot in the same time mostly and land on the platform when he's like disappearing. Get the hit from the flower thing. The flower thing can shoot small particles or high, but you have to take the damage there. And then you are just bonking the green guy, and it could be that you're not dead there. Then you, I will just show you what happens if you are not dead there. So in any case, it could be following the situation that you are somehow not dead after you get the damage boost from everything what you wanted. I will show you what you have to do. So it's like just jumping over the crabs and over the snakes. They will not hit you if you do it correctly. Jump between these two. If it's not happening, it's fine. And you see what happens. This can actually happen. And now you have the problem that you have like already too much damage. So if you have like, you still are alive, you didn't lose your potion until now, you have to hit this guy. And if you have like a little bit less, then you just try to jump over these two guys. And you will see normally, since I played a little bit different right now, the global timer should be different right now. I'm not sure. Let's check that out. But perhaps the global timer is now a little bit different because I played different. I bonked different guys. So let's see. And like I said, normally the best is like top left. And you see I changed the pattern completely. So the potion will stop in a different position, but I don't know. And you see like every action what you're doing, every hit, every bonk, whatever you're doing changes the game. So when you do it correctly, like I was mentioning it and not bonking so much, only what I was mentioning, it could be that the potion is always in the top left and it will always show you, okay, I know what comes next, and that's what we actually want to do. So that's why I'm trying to do it again correctly. But I just want to show you what you have to, which enemy you actually have to hit yourself. So you get the same pattern again, like losing the potion before the blue crabs, very important if possible. And yeah, don't hit these guys. Jump, jump, jump. Better early than late. And if you hit this guy, you could actually land into the water. And yeah, don't just hold right, and continue. But we have to do it kind of correctly. I want to show you that I already showed you, but I want that it looks like it has to look. Again, if you have like 59, hit the second snake and then just kill the third snake and go, because you don't need any money. It's the fastest way. You want the damage boost actually, so just do it there. And then you just hit Sha, yeah, jump hit, and then get the hit from this one. If it's high, wait for it to bonk you. Get the damage boost here. If you, yeah, don't, like you have iframes, but it's not very long. If you don't have lost your potion, bonk this green guy here. If you have full potion, bonk this guy by late hit, like get the hit there, get the key, and go out of the door, get yourself out of the door, and then just hit yourself by jumping into that or just bonking him. And now, like I said, here's the potion, mostly, so you should have more chances to get that. And if you want an extra potion, press the hard stop there. And now we are in the next place. So, potion, not potion, depends. If the potion thing is on the top left, what I was just showing you, you actually know what comes next, and I will explain you what comes next, and it will always be the same until you are doing something different. So, if you are like scared about this game a little bit, the best way to play it in the beginning is getting a second heart. I will show you where the second heart is. So if you are scared, you lose 20 seconds by going here into that, and there's a treasure here on the left, and it has the second heart. You have to take the hearts in order to get the hearts, so the next one would be over the pyramid. I don't recommend that, so if you're really scared, you take this heart, and then you go, and you have a little bit more security, definitely. If you want more hearts, the next one is like going over the pyramid until the end. Third heart. The fourth heart is when you change into Piranha Man and the treasure there. You have to take them in order. If you don't take them in order, the treasure will be empty. So if you are not having the... Stop the music for a second. If you don't have the heart from the pyramid where you have to go completely over the pyramid and there's a small secret door, if you don't get the heart there, you cannot get the heart as Piranha Man, what is on the way. The remake actually changed that, so you can take the heart wherever it is, but here you still have to do in order. So if you don't take the heart behind the pyramid, you can forget also the heart as Piranha Man, changing after Mouse Man, what is exactly on the way. So this is the best security what you can have, taking here a potion, or later you can also buy potions, but this is like very money specific. So you have to look for specific money and or look for lucky drops, whatever you want. But actually buying potions, I have to mention, if you have one heart, the potion costs 50 gold. If you have more than one heart, the potion costs even more. So when you have 2 hearts, it costs 100 gold. So I of course recommend 1 heart runs, but if you want to have 2 hearts, you should wait until you change from Mouseman to Piranha Man, buy then another potion if you need, and then go for the heart, whatever you want. But the heart now taking will be the potions more expensive if you have to buy them. Yeah, I recommend playing with 1 heart, but it depends on you, of course, how safe you want to play with the second heart. Like I said, there is a shop, I will show you later, what you can buy a potion, but with 2 hearts it costs 100, and with 1 heart it costs 50, so it's definitely cheaper to have there buying a potion and then take the heart, but it depends of your level of gameplay, of course. So with that, we just start again here. So there's the extra heart. What you have to do on the speedrun, take the heart or not, whatever you want, and then go in the shop. Then you go to the armor, buy it, then you are going into the menu, you change into that armor, and you see you have more charm points now. So the armors change your charm, and you need a special charm to buy other stuff. So if you are not changing into that, you cannot buy this sword, because before it was just these two things, and now since we changed into that, we have enough charm to buy this sword. And then we go into that one, we take of course the better sword to have more attack points, and then we go out again. And that's the beginning of the shop. Then we go into the door, that's why we needed the key. Then we go here into the top. It's an important thing is like jump on that and hold left, and then here you cannot go directly to the right, so what you have to do is, like when you are coming from here, you hold left and then you jump on that and hold right. If you are doing it like this way, I will show you, you cannot reach. You can reach actually, but it's from the better setup. Let me just come here. I think the better setup is actually just not do that. You see it's very difficult. So this is super difficult. So to get always this, the right correct is like you jump and then go to the right, so you're in the door. And then you just go here in this one. The fastest way is from there, just holding down to go into that door. So this is how I do it. I just hold right and then I jump very late to land on this one here, and then I'm at the door. If you miss the jump from here, you can make like 2 more jumps and then it's normal. But the best way is this one to reach the platform. So you hold there from the top. I mean, it's basic stuff actually, but you will find that out for sure by yourself. So jump here and then you just hold right. You will land on that and jump really late. Jump late here, so you reach that and then turn around and we go into the door. So, and now we are going to the dungeon. So to the right side we will have later the way as Piranha Man. To the left side now we go because we have to fight the next dungeon guy, the dragon, the mummy dragon, and this is the only way we can go. It's kind of a Metrovania thing, this game, but still you cannot go to the right. You can, and actually the lizard man is having the chance that you cannot die into the lava because he's like immune against lava. But this is not the way, because you cannot pass there the place, because later we have to change into forms, and if you are still only lizard man you cannot change into other forms in a special room. So you need actually the mouse man and the piranha man to get the sword you want there, the thunder sword, because you can only beat the game if you have the thunder sword and the magic saber, because it's recommended, it's also written in the manual, that without these 2 swords you cannot beat the game. And why is it so? There's a room later where you have to make a magic block, like you have to press the magical saber, you have to make a block, and then you have to destroy the block to get a secret door to the end boss part, to the end dungeon. And if you don't have it, you cannot break blocks and cannot create blocks, and then it's not possible to finish the game. So that in mind, okay, if you find a glitch to just enter that dungeon, nice for you, but nobody found that until now. So we are now in the beginning and we go to the left and there are these red snakes. So the beginning is following. I will just explain you screen by screen. So if you have the top left potion, what I was just showing you, not the toppest but one down, even if you don't get the potion, if it's just stopping there, the following is what you have to do. There are 4 red snakes and you have to jump over them. The first 3 you jump with full speed, and if you want to be a little bit safe, because the distance between the snake number 3 and snake number 4 is a little bit shorter, you make not the biggest jump, but you still have to jump over them. If you touch one of these 4 guys, you will change the pattern. If you kill them, you will change the pattern. So 4 times over them, jumping. Then there comes the next screen with 2 green snakes, like 3, but you jump over the first 2 and hit the third one. You need 2 hits. Then there comes a flower. You hit the flower. Then it comes another 2 green snakes. You hit them both, they both get killed. You take the boomerang and then you kill a flower and another green snake, and it should show a coin and an arrow. And when you see from the last guy an arrow, then you are on the right pattern. Later, like I was mentioning, there is also a way to bring that back into the pattern. If the potion is in the down left, the second one, like not in the down left, so one up there with this fast speed of rotation roulette potion, you can kill the first 3 green guys, the 3 green flowers, snakes. You kill the flower, and then you have 2 green snakes, and the one get pushed back, and you just have to kill these 2, and you get normally a tornado or a coin. And then if you kill the next 2 once again, you are back into the pattern with the coin and the arrow. So when you see a coin and the arrow in the end of the screen, not this one, the next one, you are on the right cycle. And I will just play the right cycle. If the cycle is different, you have to be careful, because some enemies can be double hitters, so you have to hit twice, and the pattern can be different. But we are just focusing right now on the right pattern, what I was just mentioning. If it's not, you have to be on some places at a crucial point to, I will just explain screen by screen as much as I can. So let's go into that screen. So we know that we have the right pattern right now, and when we have the right pattern right now, it's like this. We jump over the 4, then we jump over this one. We kill this one, we kill this one, and this third one is a double hit. So we can actually not jump over the next snakes. That's what I was just forgetting because I was trying to explain. So we see that the gap is really small, and you just hit, and then twice. And when you see this green thing here, you are shooting. So when you're like coming from here and then you see this, you hit this to disappear the shot of the flower. So you hit like this and then kill the flower, and it will always drop a firestorm. And then there come these 2 guys, and then there is the boomerang like I was mentioning, and then you make these 3 shots and you see the arrow. And this is the pattern you always get if you have the right timing. So again, when you have the right pattern, it's like this. You jump over the first 4, 1, 2, you see big gaps and there's a small gap, and if you hit this guy, you change the pattern and you have different things in the next screens. So let's do this again. Very safety, of course. So you have big gaps, so you can go here with full speed, and here you just stop and jump over this guy, kill the next 3 guys. And if you touch something different, you will be having a changed pattern here. So here comes a different thing. It could be completely different. Yeah, so we changed the pattern, and now, for example, this guy has to be hit twice, and now he is not an arrow, he is a firestorm. So, like I mentioned, I will try to explain the best pattern. I also explained how to change it, so just jump over these guys, hold here not completely left, jump over the first one. These guys are double, then you hit here for that to hit this flower. So when you see this guy, like this background thing, this cactus thing, you just shoot, and then you hit the shot of the fire flower, and then you hit again. You pass the firestorm, you don't need that, and then you just take here the arrow. And since I played a little bit different again, I changed the pattern again, because I waited. Now, very important that you're not waiting, that you're going, so you're not changing the pattern. And you want to see the arrow in the end. So I will try again the next screen. I do it fast. So I will do it like it has to be. So you jump over the first one here, then you hit the next, this one as a double hit. You shoot here to get the flower. You do these 2, and then this, and this, and you see that this is the arrow you want to see. So when you see this arrow, you are on the right pattern for the rest until the end, until you hopefully not bonking anything. It will always be the same. I will just mention, yeah? If you see that arrow, you get the same thing until the end of the pyramid and the boss, for sure, what I was just mentioning. So hopefully I'm not changing anything by just pressing the save state button. So I will just try to do everything again and then do save state there in the end, fast. So this is always the same. Shoot here, forget the firestorm, take the boomerang, it's important if you want, and then just you're entering to this screen, and the guy will shoot high, and I will just show you. So here is a snake, and the snake, if you are on the wrong pattern, you have to shoot him twice sometimes. Here also twice. So you have to understand that some of the green snakes can be hidden. You have to hit them twice. But if you are doing the correct pattern, it will be the first green snake and the second green snake in that way, just one hit that they get killed. And then there is one flower shooting at you, and you just shoot after you killed the second green snake, and then you kill the two flowers, and you get 5 gold from the first flower and a firestorm from the second flower. Then you have to wait for one red crab what shoots very high and jump over the projectile of him and the projectile of the flower. You hit them, he will drop a tornado, and then you jump over them and you will be in the end of the screen before you go to the next screen. So, oh, I think I changed, yeah, so I didn't save it, I was just changing it. So let's do this again, and I will just show you again the beginning. And since I bonked here, you will see right now, like I bonked this and now I changed everything here. So you see this guy needs 2 shots, everything is completely different. So every bonk changes the global timer, and you have completely different items and completely, you don't know what comes next. And if this happens, it happens, you just have to get used to it, and everything will be completely different for you. This is just perfect gameplay until the mummy dragon. What is predictable and gives you an easy start at least. So hit this, shoot this, take the boomerang, and then next screen is this one. You jump here and then you hit him in the air. So you're coming here and then you hit him in the air because he will always jump, you cannot jump over him. And then you hit this guy here, and then you hit these 2 guys. And then there will be coming here these guys, you have to jump over them. This guy will be a tornado, and then you have to jump over him. But I changed the pattern already, I was just showing how it goes. So we just save until that part. So the first 3 screens are always the same if you do it like I did. And the only thing, if you have a different pattern, could be that you have to be aware that some of these guys take more hits, and only the green snakes can take 2 hits. The flowers will be always dead in 1 shot. They cannot be hit twice. So you jump and hit, then you jump over, hit, hit, then these 2, then 5 coin, and this one. You wait a little bit until it disappears. You can take the tornado if you want, you don't have to, but you can. And then you jump over this, you go on the ground, and you are shooting, and you are shooting, and there you have it. And then this guy will be shooting the second one and you are out. So this is the hard part in the beginning, and let me just go again step by step to understand what you are doing here. So you jump over the 4 snakes, then you jump over the next screen, you hit the next one. If you do it correctly by the pattern I was mentioning, there's only one who's double hit. Don't forget that you have to wait until it touches something. There's the arrow we want to see. Then you jump here, you kill him in the air by jumping, kill him, flower, then the 2 flowers, collect the thing because we want that, wait until it comes down. So important thing here is you have to be closer to this crab so the flower will shoot at you. So if you come here and directly jump, it could be that you get hit by the flower. So you have to be here a little bit closer, so you are jumping over flower and over crab shot. So be careful with that, don't jump too early. Come a little bit close to that projectile from the crab, so you jump when it comes down over his projectile and the projectile from the flower. And then the last crab will be just jumping over because nothing special. Because he will not shoot high. In different patterns it could be that this guy will shoot actually high. So if you don't have that pattern what I was just showing, or what I'm just showing, you have to get the hit or just wait until he shoots high. So these things are always like shooting 3 times low and then the 4th is high. So you go here a little bit forward and then you just jump over this too. And the first, like, you directly jump here in the screen and hit him, jump and hit him, then you are shooting, and then you are shooting on the ground and take the 2 firestorms. So this is a very difficult screen actually. And then you're almost at the pyramid. You jump over this, you jump over this, and then you're at the pyramid. So a lot of information, quick to see. So the beginning I showed you. So when you are like seeing the screen where there's actually the tornado dropping, what I was just mentioning, directly in the next screen you jump because he's like shooting a fire shot at you and hit him. Then when you are collecting, when you see the drop, the what is it? Like he's dropping something, and then you jump over. The next flower is down. You jump over and kill it on the ground, and then you are making like a distance of I don't know, like 6 steps or something. And when you see these palms in the background, you can actually shoot the shot, so the projectile of the next fire flower is getting hit. It will drop money back, and then when the money back you are passing, you have to go on the ground and shoot the fire on the ground. And as long as you are not getting hit and you kill them, there will be 2 firestorms dropping from them, and the next blue crab will be actually shooting a higher projectile in the moment you are showing up, and you just jump between that because it will not hit you without no stop. That's why I say it's the best pattern. It could be also a 3rd pattern, like it goes up in the 3rd or in the 4th. You just have to check if you have a different pattern and wait perhaps until he's shooting up high so you can pass it. And then the next screen is just a cloud where you hit in the top, so you jump and shoot, and the cloud will get hit with that shot in the moment when the cloud drops something. And when the drop is coming, you jump over the next shot because there's a flower. If you want to be safe, you can also shoot the shot and then shoot the flower, but fastest of course jump over the shot and shoot the flower. And then when the next thing is dropping from the flower, you jump over the shot on the ground and then kill the flower on the ground, because the flower will also shoot. Even if you would like avoid to kill it, it would shoot it to you, and then you would have the problem that you get damage again. So with all that information, let's go onto the pyramid again from here and do everything again until we are reaching the pyramid. And then I will just show you what I was mentioning about the 3rd heart. So here you shoot at the cactus, you kill this guy, you collect the boomerang, you see the arrow hopefully. If not, you get a different thing. So the green things can always be 2 hits if you have a different pattern. Here's 5 and this firestorm. You wait and go a little bit forward, so this guy is shooting. And then you jump directly in the screen and shoot, and you jump and then shoot on the ground, so hold down, and then when you see the palms you shoot, and then you hold down and then you shoot these 2 guys, collect the firestorm, and then you jump because this guy is shooting high. So this is how this part is going. It's always the same. When you see the arrow dropping in the first screen after the red snakes, it's always this pattern until you get hit or until you are losing time by just waiting too long. So if you wait for a different pattern, things can change. And the next part is, like I said, jumping and shooting, and when this guy is dropping, you jump. And now, since I was getting hit, I changed the pattern, and we don't want to change the pattern. So for the next heart, what I was mentioning, you would have to do this. And that is why I was mentioning that it's better to play with just 2 hearts than with more hearts. So you would have to take all this here, going over the pyramid, kill this guy, and then here is a treasure. And here would be the 3rd heart. And when you come out of the door, there's the guy again. And he can kill you. And that's why I don't recommend the 3rd heart. So forget the 3rd heart. Take the 2nd heart if you want, like I was mentioning in the beginning. And play with 2 hearts and potions. Better than 3 hearts. So jump over this guy. This guy is a double shot in a different way. There could be also the best, actually the best pattern is when the first guy is dropping a coin, the second guy is dropping a firestorm, and the 3rd guy is also 1 hit and will be another gold. This is actually the best pattern because you don't have to shoot twice against the one green snake, what I was always shooting twice in the beginning, but for me it's still the best pattern. But as long as you can get the arrow from this flower here, you are on the right pattern. So you jump here and then you shoot him in the air. You shoot him before, you shoot the fire flower shot. You take the things from these guys, you wait until it comes down and jump over both. And then you jump over this guy because he's not hitting you. You jump over his attack, you jump over this attack, wait for the palms, then you shoot. You hit him, you go on the ground, and then you can just kill them both a little bit slower. As you see, this guy will always shoot high then. Kill this guy, jump, kill, and then we are here. And what you have to do is like climb here up, and then you are here. Important thing is, let me just try to show you that. So the fastest way is, of course, now a little bit difficult because of different things, is like you have to just touch a little bit this one, then directly jump and touch a little bit this one and this one, so you're not running against the walls. So it's like bump, like bum bum bum, and then you are like on the top. Then you are not losing any time, and then you go on the top. Let us just be in front of the pyramid, and then I make a save state to show you how the next part of the dungeon is going. Yeah, step by step, everything, of course, as much as I can. So this is the only double hitter on the best pattern. This is I hold always left, as you can see, mostly collect everything except some stuff. Collect nothing except some small stuff. It's like we want firestorms, that's why we are collecting the firestorms, what they are dropping, because we can use them for the boss. Jumping over this one, jumping over this one, then you see the palms shoot, then you are holding down and then again down, hit these two, and second one, boom, up. Then you are shooting at this guy. When he drops, you jump. When he drops, you jump. And then you just can go into that if you want, or you can jump into that. I always jump. And then you just make bum, bum, bum. This is how it looks like. So you just saw that I was like making a no-stop. And after that, you just have to climb. we will hopefully we do it one more time, and then hopefully get the right press of saving. So last time, and then we go into the pyramid dungeon. So always the same, like I was mentioning. If it's different, the green guys can actually be double hitters, so that means you have to hit them twice. If it's the right pattern, what you want, then there will be always one hitter, except the one I was showing in the beginning. So it's actually super fast. Then you just kill. Flowers are always one hitters. And then you just follow the pattern. You can take this firestorm if you want to be safe. But you need not more than 4 firestorms, and that's why we do this. Then you're jumping and hit the cloud, and when it drops you jump over that, and when it drops you jump over that. And then you just go here, and I made the save state correctly this time. And then you just jump here. So the next part is jumping over these guys, holding left, make late jumps, don't get hit. The 4 guys, then you just go there, hit that arrow and take the 26 gold, and then you jump on the next trampoline. So it's like there are 4 guys coming. It just fell into the hole. So there are 4 guys coming, you just jump on that, then you are going to the trampoline thing. Because you cannot directly jump on that, you will not reach the top. So you just go next to it, jump on the trampoline thing, and then hold right, and then the guy will be shooting an arrow on the ground. There are 2 ways. If you want to be really risky, what I don't recommend is you jump over the arrow and kill him. But the easiest way is just cover yourself down, shoot the arrow with your fire, and then kill him. It could be that this red guy can be a double hitter if you get bonks before. So be prepared that you have to kill him with 2 shots. Take the money and go on the top. I will show you the section in a minute again. Here's another thing with 3 of them. Ignore the door, because the door has just the nurse. If you want to get healed, you take the key, and then you are jumping on this, and you are going into the door by pressing up. So it's if you ask what is this door, you just go here in the top if you want to go to the pyramid. And yeah, you have this cloud, and this cloud will only be bad. So ignore the door. And like I said, the best thing is if you just don't hold completely left, jump over the 4 guys by not jumping too early. And then if you want to be really risky, you just try to jump over this arrow, but I don't recommend that. And you change the pattern if you get hit, by the way, and you are dead. Since you're playing 1 heart. If you play 2 hearts, you could be not dead if you have 0 potions, but yeah, I don't recommend that. Easiest way is, of course, cover yourself and shoot the arrow of him right now, and then kill him. Take the money and go. Then there are 3 of these guys. Jump over them. Ignore the nurse. Like I said, always, like, you don't want this, what you just saw. Always go close to that, like always in the beginning go to that and then jump, because then you always reach the next platform without losing any time. So 1 more time, and then we go into the way to the mummy dragon. So the 4 guys, like touching this and then holding down, hit the arrow, take the money, because we need a little bit money in the way. Then we turn around, because we go to the left, jump over these guys, turn to the right, jump over this one, take the key, go on the top, and yeah, holding left of course, and then we are at the door. Okay, and then we are making a save state there, and I'll show you the way to the boss. It's the last part, and then we are fighting the boss. Holding down, killing this, turn around on the trampoline, like holding left, jump over this one, jump over this one and this one, turn to the right, jump over the trampoline, take the key, go here on the top, hold left, press up, and we go inside. But I first save it. So the next part is always the same. It doesn't even matter what you had a pattern before, it will not change. You hold just left, and when you see the green frog, you just jump on the end of the screen. You are going here into the hole, you're going here into the hole, those 3 times in the hole, and then you start jumping over that. Then you are shooting at that guy, he could be going down or get killed. Here just stop here and then go forward, so you don't jump into that one. And then you just trampoline over these guys. So it's always the same, there's no difference. And the guys you have to hit anyway. Here you shoot twice, then you go up and shoot to hit this guy, go behind this, shoot, tuck and tuck, 2 shots, take the things, wait for the shot to come, and then we are in the end. And take the money and the potion before going to the boss. So the way to the boss is actually kind of easy, and if you don't have to just make the mistakes, of course. So you just run in the beginning until you see the green frog. The frogs and everything will not hit you, you just go. And when you see the green frog, you just jump in the end of the screen to land on the top, and you go 3 times in the hole and up again. And when you are in the 3rd hole, you start jumping over from corner to corner, and then there comes in the end of this screen 2 of these red guys, and you can completely ignore them because you shoot them and they will actually land in the hole or get killed. So they are not disturbing you, so you hit them both without like rushing, hit, and then there's a trampoline thing, you have to stop a little bit so you don't run into anything. And it could be that you have to wait a little bit on the trampoline part if you're not doing it correctly. So best thing is like going a little bit forward, just wait then, and then just continue jumping over, and don't get hit by these shooting guys. They're shooting like fireballs, these stone heads. And then you jump over 2 single stone heads and 1 double stone head before you're reaching the next screen. After that, there is 2 times shooting and just holding left to the head, like the stone head, what is shooting twice. You jump over him on the top, then you shoot directly to hit the upcoming ghost thing in red. You stay behind the fire projectile from the guy who was shooting from the right to the left. Then you shoot to the left before, like in the middle of the room almost, when the other guy is coming. Then you shoot twice to hit the 2 red guys, 1 on the way and 1 by falling down. It will be 1 firestorm and 10 gold, and in the end there is 1 guy, 1 stone thing shooting to you. Wait for the passing shot and then go into the secret thing to get the money and the extra potion, what I was just doing. And when you go out, you will land over a hole, and the way is holding left and then going right, and then we are in front of the door. So I would do it again with talking and explaining again during that. So like I said, very easy, just repetition. Like every speedrun, it's just holding to the left, don't worry about these guys, don't kill them, jump here on the top, you're going over the hole into the first, into the second, it's actually 3rd, 4th, like I was like mentioning. So it's not the first one, it's actually the 2nd hole. So you jump over the first hole, then you go into the 2nd hole where the frog is, the red frog, go under the frog, go onto the next frog, and then go again in the ground, and then you start jumping. So it's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, I think. Let's do it again. Yeah, like I said, completely ignore them, they can drop something, but we don't care, we are speedrunners. And we don't need anything except the things what are just collected. So you jump over first, go in the 2nd, go in the 3rd, and go in the 4th to not get hit. Then over the 5th you jump, over the 6th you jump, 7 you jump, 8 you shoot, 9 you shoot and jump. Then you can wait here and then go again, so you're going to get hit by this guy. and then you can wait here again and then go again. So it's like stopping a little bit is much more important, because if you would just hold left, this guy would just hit you. Here you shoot twice, and you shoot, the guy will just fly into that, go behind the projectile, hit this, shoot, take the things, wait for the projectile, and then go turn around to open the treasure, get the money and the potion, and go. And then you're over the hole. That's why we are jumping there. Hold left, then you go into the menu, select the fireball, and go into the boss door. So one more time, and then I explain the boss, how the boss is actually working. So I show you the pattern if you did everything correct right now until that, how you can beat him as fast as possible. But yeah, I will explain a little bit how this boss is working, and you just have to take the best what you can do. So if you just hold left right now, you see I will directly jumping into that, and I will lose my potion, or I will die if I don't have any potion. So it's definitely not recommendable to do that, what I was just doing. I just wanted to show what is happening if you just hold left. So you actually have to wait a little bit, so this guy is not killing you, especially when you have 0 lives, 0 potions, or just 1 heart, what I normally play. And if you don't jump here, of course, you are not doing it correctly. Okay, so again, when you see the green frog here, what is jumping over you, you just jump in the end of the screen. So you land on that, you go here, you go also like 2nd, 3rd and 4th, and from the 5th, 6th and 7th you jump over, and then you just shoot when you're reaching this, and this guy can be killed or can be in that hole. You wait here between these 2 things, and then you just go, and then you wait again so you don't hit that stone face. There's 1. There is a 2nd one, and then there comes double. And if you do everything correct, you cannot get hit. Just hold left and shoot here twice. Shoot, so he's running into that. Stay behind that. Shoot in the end. And then shoot these 2 guys. Wait for the shot so you can pass. And then turn around to get everything here. Then go in the door. Then go hold left. Just go to the left, go on the start, and stay here, and now we are just saving it. And I explain the boss, the mummy boss. So the mummy boss, mummy boss, the mummy boss. So you will see in the top right HP, the percentage they say of their HP until he's dead. And I will show you hopefully the best pattern if you are doing everything until now what I was just mentioning, and every drop came until I was mentioning. So you can do actually 4 damage, 2 damage and 8 damage. 8 damage is critical damage for this, and you can hit him 3 times in his way he's coming until he is not reachable anymore. But with the fireball you can actually hit him 4 times, and you can also use the firestorm in the right time, so you are canceling his attack and he's going back to the right. So that's why we were picking up the firestorm, so we are canceling his attacks, so he goes back to his position. And yeah, he can actually always, like, it's a global timer thing. If you want to analyze it more and more, you can actually take hours to play against him and bonk him and whatever you want. But I will just show you how is in that pattern the fastest way to kill him in my eyes. There is like when you get damage from him, it could be that he's coming again down completely and you make critical damage and a lot. But I will just show you the pattern. I was finding out what is in my eyes kind of the best pattern, because you're not losing any HP and still fast enough. So you hit him 3 times, and then you are using the firestorm very light, so he's turning around before he's even attacking, and then he's like dead whenever he's dead, and then you just directly jump into the flame, because you don't take the money, because the money what the flame there is dropping is very low, and we don't want that because it's just too low and it makes us not really better. So with that, we are just going here. So it's like 3 hits, 1, 2, 3, and then Firestorm here. So you have to hit him actually by jumping and hitting. The next one is like 3 hits, and then getting the Firestorm there. If you miss him, you miss him, can happen, no worries. Every time you try to hit him like that. So as you can see, he has 16 HP now, and now he's dead. So when you press pause, of course, it's just nothing, you cannot go into the thing. So why I selected the fireball before, I just showed you, because when you are in the boss animation you cannot change your weapons. So you have to select whatever you want to use against the boss before, so you can use it in that time, because in the boss room you cannot go into that menu. You can only do it before. So that's why I was selecting the fireball before, so I can use it during the boss fight. So for the boss fight it's like always 3 hits, 1, 2, 3, always in the highest part, bum bum bum. And the fourth one is jumping and then shooting the Firestorm, and the Firestorm goes like diagonal. Like really diagonal, so it goes down and then up again and then down. And to hit him in the top, like in the last part, what you just want is you have to jump and then shoot. And you shoot the Firestorm by pressing the shoot button, no, pressing down I think. Let me just see. Yeah, you jump and then you just press down. When you press jump, and down, you are using your item. So what you do is, like with the Firestorm, is like you go to the left and turn around and then just do that magic attack, and you have 4 of them and you try to cancel this attack. So let me just show you again the best boss fight what is possible. Don't get hit, of course. So if you hit him before, you change the pattern, of course. He can directly come down again, or he has a attack possibility where you can actually not hit him again. You always want to hit him very late, as you can see. So if he's like too high, you cannot attack him. You actually, like every second cycle he's always coming down, but you want him to come earlier again down. So normally he's like high and then he's low again. So like I said, he's like in the beginning, he's like 3 hits and then you use the Firestorm and you hope that he's coming again down. The best pattern would be that he's coming after 3 hits always down again directly, because the second, the fourth and the sixth and whatever is like the pattern where he's actually never completely down. And if you just somehow force him in the 2, 4 and 6 round that he's completely down, you get extra hits because he's normally not vulnerable in that. He's always attackable in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. And he's not always vulnerable in 2, 4, 6, 8 round. And if you somehow get him in number 2 and number 4 and everything down, you get extra hits, so you can kill him faster. And yeah, if you just want to play a little bit around with that, you can find by damage boosting or by like getting hit or whatever, or hitting him. You can also hit the mummy dragon into the left when he's like behind you with the Firestorm. So you can actually play around with that a little bit, and I will just show you hopefully kind of the best fight what I was thinking. So you want to hit him very late, and let us just try something right now here. So we will let him, like we will hit him 3 times. We let him pass and then we just try to hit him was not possible, and now everything is different. So what you also saw is like he can go up and down here, or he just goes up. So in the beginning, like when he's like trying to attack you, he can directly come down from the position he was, or he just goes up and down to 1, 3, 5 and 7 and everything. But if you're lucky, he's like directly coming down, which saves time. And you can also hit him behind you, so like and if you're stun locked, you're stun locked, of course. So the best way is of course to hit him in the moment he wants to attack you here. If you miss it, you have to accept it. It's not an easy shot actually. And this is like the fast pattern. And if you want, you can try this one. So you just cancel his shot. And sometimes you change also the pattern in a good way. So 8, 8 and 4 damage. But this is actually the best one, like to hit him in the front. And now he will come again down, because it's again crucial part. And you have 4 firestorms you can actually lose. So kind of the theoretical thing about this fight. I will try to show you now the best fight. Let's do it again. It's like always hitting as a cancel attack, except the second one. There you actually really try to hit him early, really early. Like you try to hit him there. And yeah, still not the best pattern until now. And I already used my 4 firestorms. It's kind of hard. Hopefully I can show it off. Because like this firestorm hitting is super hard timing. Like to hit him before he's like turning around. So you actually want him to shoot, like to get hit there before he's like there. And one more hit. As you see, like the timing is super hard. The hardest one is actually now the in front one and not the behind one here. So I actually want to hit him here, like, whoa, that's I didn't want that. So we just changed right now a little bit the thing, and you see like he's too high again, and I don't want that. And you see the damage can be 4 or 8, and the fastest way is actually completely different. So let's hopefully get one time the correct fight. If not, we are staying here until tomorrow, I guess. The best fight is actually 3 hits here, cancelling here, and then getting him in front, and then 2 times again in the back. It's like super hard. This timing stuff is super annoying. 3 here, 1 there. Then we try to kill him in the beginning to change the pattern. So we try to hit him there. So he still can attack, what is completely fine. Now he goes up. And now he will come again, and then we will be fast on the ground, as you can see. Hit him here, and then he comes down again. You can hit him once, you can cancel him again, and he will be dead in the next round. And this is kind of the fastest way. So I hope I could show you a little bit how the fastest way goes. The last one was of course not correct, because you want him actually to hit him that he's also getting cancelled his attack again, but the idea how to play this fight was just shown by me, what is kind of the fastest way, but there's for sure something faster. But this is like where he's actually always coming down fast, and you get an extra hit, you can cancel his attack, he's going quite fast to the right again, and you take a lot of damage into him. Now we are Mouseman. And Mouseman, yeah, Mouseman. We just, the thing on Mouseman is we can actually walk on that things. So if you don't see the feet running, you are not connected to that. But if you press, wait, if you jump and press down, you see this movement, and with this movement you connect to the yellow to the yellow, and you can actually walk like this. So yeah, you come from here and you just hold left so you can actually pass. And then if you see, like when you come from that jump, a small stop of the mouse man, it shows that you're connected, like you saw, like stopping here a little bit, and then you're connected. And then you just go into that hole, and then you are jumping. After you see the second guy in the middle, you jump there. You can just also block it by your shield, but you actually want to kill this guy. So let me just do it again. So hold left, turn around, and when you jump just into the hole, and when the second guy of the ground thing is like in the middle, you just jump and kill him. You see that my feet are not running again, so I kill him, and then I jump again and hold down. So when I collect the money, I'm again in this glue animation. Then I just turn around, and then I go to the door. I will just show you one more time. So we are here, and then I go into the door. So one more time, and then I just show you the collection. So I turn around, go into the hole. You jump kind of when the second one is in the middle, over the arrow. Kill him, jump again, and hold down. So you collect, and you are still already in the glue situation, because every time when you jump and you don't hold down, you lose your glue possibility. You go here, and then you go into the door. You jump here on the top, you collect everything, and now you get like 4 charm stones. And when you collected the 4th one, you can actually go, because the last one is just a heart, and you don't want the heart because the heart is slow. And we are here. So now, since we are mouseman, we can connect to yellow blocks, and since this is the way with yellow blocks we can actually pass, jump here, and we go into the forest. So as mouseman, we have a very small distance of our sword, so you have like really small range of hitting things. Will be important special later, because we have to collect some money and everything, but it's screen by screen. And now the first screen is blue balls what are on the ground. It's like one blue ball, then 1, then 2, and then 3, and we just jump between them. Later there will be from the top, actually there are clouds shooting at us. The first cloud can only shoot on the ground and the fire stays there. The second cloud will shoot fire what is following us. We will jump over the blue balls until a special part, turn around, block the fires, because he can only shoot new fire when the 2 get blocked or disappear or hit in you. So he can actually only shoot 2 fires. So we block them, and then we go to the left, and then we are in a screen what is kind of a labyrinth. We first go up. I will show you which guys you actually can kill to hope for a jumpstone drop. Why? Because this is a little bit not a lucky run, but depends, of course, has some luck parts inside, because you need actually 5 charm stones to buy the dragon mail armor, what you need actually to survive in the lava later. But you can also get the drop. That means the armor is like for free, and you don't have to pay 300 gold. So there's some luck part inside of that, still the global timer stuff. But yeah, you want actually 5 charm stones, so you are not having to make a backup. I will also show you later the backup, what you have to do if you don't have 5 charm stones and you don't want to risk it, because it could be when you're like risking it and you don't get a charm stone drop on the way, that you are like in front of the door for the dragon mail, and then there is an exit, because yeah, if you don't have enough charm, what means 5 charm stones in that case, you cannot buy the dragon mail armor, and the run is dead. And that can happen actually. So there are, like I said, some kind of backups, but you need actually 5 charm stones, or you need the luck that the armor gets dropped by some enemy, and for that we will collect tornadoes. Minimum 1 at least, 2 would be better, 3 would be perfect. To kill an enemy without losing our potions. Because I will show you how I play, and it's actually the fastest way what you can do, and you still lose no potion if you have at least 2 tornadoes. So yeah, now we are, like I already said, we are here in this forest, and I will show you from the beginning. As you can see, if you just stay, this guy will always hit you and you will die. So the first screen is just jumping over blue boards. Don't forget to hold into the direction where you want to connect, and if you are not jumping here, you will stop or get stuck because you are still connected. So first screen is jumping over 2 blue boards, then there's like 2 together, and then there are 3 together. This just timing thing. Then these fires will come from the top, so you jump over the first 2 single ones, turn around, and then you jump over these 2, and then over this, and when you are doing everything correct, you are like entering the next screen before the fire can actually hit you. Let's do this again, these 2 screens, and then I will explain you how the labyrinth has to be played with money, and who you have to kill if you want to hope for a charmstone drop. So it's 2 single blues, then there's a double blue jumping, and then there's like 3, and if you don't stop, nothing can happen, he cannot hit you. Same here, there are 2 blue guys, you turn around after the second blue, you can also go a little bit to the right if you want, and then you just go again here. Then you go here in the top. If you want for a charmstone drop, you can kill this guy, can drop actually, can also not drop. You want to go here in the top because you need the money what is here in this treasure. It's I think 8 gold. Yeah, and then there comes 2 hearts. So if you are like low on hearts, you can also take here hearts. And then you are just going here on the ground. And ignore that red guy because you have to go to this way. And then you go here. And then you are turning around and jump here to the door to buy stuff. Same thing like the beginning. You buy this one, you select this one, so you have more charm as you can see, and then you can buy the shotgun and you just change. And if you have a tornado, you can already select the tornado here because you are in the pause menu. If you have a boomerang, you can also collect the boomerang because it helps. So this is like how you have to do the beginning. So let's do this again until the shop, and then I will just make a save state to explain you the forest. The forest with all the skeletons and all the stuff what is coming before the dungeon by its Mouseman. So jump over this, then jump between these 2 and these 3. And you can actually also break a little bit if it's too risky for you, like the last jump. Then here, turn around. Let them block you, and then you just go and ignore the fire. Then you go up here, kill this guy. If you want for a charmstone drop, you can also like get money from this guy, but you can also ignore this guy. You don't have to kill him, but you need 5 charmstones as I was mentioning, and it's of course better to hope for a charmstone drop than not getting it and lose the run, or going for the backup or whatever. So you go here and you kill this guy, get the money, turn around, go into the shop by holding up, select it, go into the pause menu, take that, select this, taking it, tornado if you have one, boomerang if you have one, and then you go out of the shop. And now we are going to the forest. So the forest in the beginning is just holding left, and I was already mentioning in the beginning of this tutorial the skeletons. So if you want to play really safe and you have a boomerang, you can actually hit them from far away. They need 2 boomerang hits. So if you like are scared from the skeletons because they are always jumping around, you can just shoot the boomerang by a distance of half of the screen, and they will get killed because the boomerang is hitting him and coming back, and then he's getting killed. Easiest and fastest way, of course, but no, fastest way is actually when you are hitting the sword, like jumping and then hitting him. So the way how these skeletons work is like they go away from you, and when you're like very close to them, they turn around and bonk you. So like if you're too close to them, there are two ways: they come to you or they jump. So they're really annoying. So what I always do is, like, when I'm like in a good distance, I jump and then hit the sword. And if I don't hit them, I wait until it turns around and use the sword again. So the beginning is just hold left and jump again over the blue ball, ignore the frogs. And after these two frogs there comes one skeleton. And as you can see, like he was like coming to me. Shut up. He was coming to me and then he was turning around. So in the moment when you're close to him, you just do that so you can hit him. If you don't hit him, you can go a little bit forward and hit him again, or you just wait until he's running into your sword, because he's always coming back. And this is how you have to play actually with the skeletons. So with that in common, like I said, ignore everything here, just jump over this, and when the two guys come, jump and hit him. Jump over this one. In the next screen, directly jump and then hit him. The first bed will be coming for you, so you jump over that. After these two, there comes another skeleton, then another skeleton. You can jump over this, wait, so you don't get hit, and then jump over this projectile and hit these two. And this is the beginning. And then we come to like kind of a thing where you actually have to go on the yellow blocks. I will just show you what I was just mentioning. So you actually have to go on these things, and you have to hold up to not get collected. So it's like kind of a barrier. And if you don't do this, like you see, he's jumping over me. And yeah, you can actually use the boomerang, and you see the range of the boomerang. So if you want to play safe, you can actually also use the boomerang and hit him twice by just being in the right distance. And it continues the same thing. So every time you have these barriers, you just hold up. And yeah, these guys are very annoying. So you hold up, and on the highest point you just jump on these things. And this guy you kill, this guy you can also kill. Then you jump over this one, and I'll show you that again. You have to kill this one. Nice, there's a charm stone that helps us. And this one. And this is like actually the cave, and if you have a boomerang you can kill these guys. Like this, with a jump. And here you take the key. And then you go up. And on the highest point you just go here and hold up. So that was like the forest. So the forest, like I was mentioning, is like a lot full of skeletons, and you actually want that the skeletons are dropping money, good money, or tornadoes. The rest you just ignore because they are like take too much time to kill. And yeah, you just go on these yellow blocks and always hold up and jump to stay on the highest point. And after every of these barriers there will be a skeleton mostly waiting for you, or two. And there are some skeletons who drop money, and there's one skeleton on the way who can drop actually a potion, a firestorm if you have full HP, or a small heart if you have not full HP. And then there's another projectile flower thing you kill. So the reason why we wait before these projectile flower things what are shooting is like they shoot, and if you just hold left you can directly run into their shot, and you will be like getting hit into a stun lock by that projectile, and it's hard to go out of that. So that's why I was mentioning that I always wait before them. So the forest is like that. When you see these two frogs, you just jump, and you see he's jumping over you. Just don't get nervous, just hit him Here you jump and hit him. Take the thing what he's dropping. Jump over that bat. Very important. It's just the one. Kill him in the air. You see I already changed the pattern. Different money coming. You can block this. Another money. And this. And there's a tornado, and we want actually 2 tornadoes. So you have to look for at least 800 gold after that dungeon. So yeah, as much gold as you get, as better it is for you. Here you just use that, and if you have a tornado, you can kill this guy. You get a potion sometimes. I don't know if you want that, but he can also drop just a heart. You ignore this guy because he's annoying. You go here always on the top, like 1 and 2, 3 is like jumping over the 4th. And this guy can drop a charm stone, a tornado, whatever. And as you can see before, I had a charm stone, now I have money here. So you see, I changed already the pattern a lot by killing guys in a different place. So, there's now the situation depends where you kill the skeletons and how you kill the skeletons, that you are changing the pattern. So, 55 is perfect money, and as you can see, this game could be actually predictable completely. If you are doing every time the same stuff. If you change stuff, you change the prediction, you change the global timer, you change the money, and everything is different. And now it should be again, I got a hit, and this guy is away. So yeah, that's why I can actually not predict everything, but what I can predict is how the enemies are coming, and the best thing is, if you miss them to hit, just continue following him. Here you jump over the first bat. Now we got a tornado because we killed him in a different place. Like he was going to the left and then we killed him, and that made the next one dropping a boomerang. So as you can see, nothing is really anymore predictable, kind of. You have to play like TAS-like, that it's predictable, and we are not having that opportunity as a RTA runner. So yeah, depends how you kill these guys, depends how much money you get, if you get money or if you get items, and just follow the rules of waiting before the flowers and take all the money on the way. Go on the top here, it's like 1st, 2nd and 3rd, and then jump over the 4th. And if you have boomerangs, you can actually also use both boomerangs to kill them. So especially here is it's very important if you get the boomerang. Yeah, and these guys are super annoying, as I was mentioning, and this guy disappeared already. So yeah, fastest way was mentioning the sword, but if you want to play safe, you can actually just make this. So you just use the boomerang, and you can always use the boomerang or hit him then. So boomerang is safe, and if you do it with the right distance, you always get him killed. This one you can actually not kill with 2, you need 3, so I only recommend it for the skeletons, but you can see with the sword the skeleton is directly killed, so I don't recommend that when you are speedrunning that on the highest level. But yeah, security is possible. So now we are doing that until the end again. This guy will drop a boomerang, as you can see. This one we jump over. This one we kill with the sword. Next one we kill again with the sword. He turned around, perhaps you change the pattern again. Change the pattern again. Now this guy drop tornado. You see, everything changes. Depends how we beat the skeletons and when. So unpredictable already, but who cares? We cannot change. We are not TAS-like. Here I recommend definitely the tornado, and you can see you can drop a small heart. And here we jump over this guy. He can shoot high, could be, it's always one of the 4, and you just hope he's not doing it early. You jump over this, kill this guy, always better. Take the money. If you want, you can drop a potion or something. This guy we actually have to kill. Here we take whatever he has mostly because he can drop a tornado. If you don't have a boomerang, we kill them like this. And then we just collect the key, and then we go. And I will show you that again one more time before we go into the dungeon. Safety would be like that, like changing, going to the screen. And then we are going. If you want somehow a potion for this dungeon, you can actually go just here into that. I don't recommend that because it's super slow, but it can be actually a situation you play with a marathon. I never did that actually, but if you play a marathon safe, here you have a special treasure with tornadoes, hearts, and a potion. So if you want to play really safe, you can do that, but I don't recommend that. So let's do this part again before I show you the complete dungeon. So we changed the money, it's 27 now because he was getting killed different. Now he's giving us money. See, unpredictable, depends how you kill them. And we are just going with that right now. So, 649, look that you have around 700, that would be nice before entering the dungeon. Don't get hit. You see the stun lock? Really annoying. And then just kill this guy. Use the boomerang if you want. Take the heart if he shows you a heart. And yeah. This guy can be super annoying. Kill this guy. See what he's dropping. Jump over this guy. Get whatever he gives you. Tornado is good. Now use your boomerang if you have it to kill the dark guy and jump over. Kill these two. Take the key. And go into the door. So now we are in the dungeon. And for the dungeon we have to go completely from the left to the right. And yeah. When you have when you want to have enough money, you should definitely take some special enemies. And I'm sorry. Mostly we want that. Mostly the charm stone will drop here from some enemies. I will show you which ones can be dropping. And you go completely left up, then you're falling into a hole, and then you go completely to the right up, and then you're at the boss, and the boss is super easy. I will show you. But yeah, you actually want, the best way if you want to play a safe run is if you have really low money right now because of the forest I was showing you, and you don't want to risk to go for the drop of the Dragon Mail armor. You can just rush through that dungeon and only stop if you see a tornado or stop if you see a charm stone, and just rush if you have 600 or whatever, and then do the backup for sure. You can even don't stop for the charm stone because you get a charm stone for free there. So if you have really low money, you just ignore everything, go fast, take directly the flame, and then go for the backup because you get extra money what you never use in this run. And a charm stone, and that causes 20-30 seconds, but it's still safer than hoping for enough money drops and then hoping for a charm stone drop. It's not coming and you are losing it. But if you have right now 740 is good. You can actually take some money, so you have 800. Fastest way is of course the Dragon Mail as a drop, but it's 1 to 16 the chance, but then you would save 300. So if you want to go for the world record, the best way would be taking just a small amount of money in that dungeon, hope for some good drops, and then just go for the drop and then have enough money, because we need, for the Tasmanian sword, we need 1480, and that's very critical, because the Tasmanian sword you cannot get a drop, you have to buy it. So in that case, even when you get the dragon as a drop, it could be that you're low on money and you have to farm a little bit money. But in any case, like I said, there is a way to save 300 gold by getting the drop by an enemy, but it's like 1 to 16, I think, the chance. So be careful with that. If you have around 750 or 800 gold already, then it would be good. Hopefully you get a Charmstone drop, so you don't have to wait so long. If you have lower than 800 gold, you should take some money here from the guys. And yeah, that's what I was just mentioning. So the dungeon is like, we start in the top, so these green guys will always come here on the top, and they are not disturbing us. There are 2 of them, 3 of them coming. Then we are turning around here and just jump here. And if the fire is coming from the behind, we just have to block it or go down and up again. Stay on the top, kill this guy. This guy can drop money, a heart, or even a Charmstone. If you have good money, you only normally should kill this guy here. He's mostly dropping a good amount of money. The next guy is dropping money mostly, and this guy is dropping a heart. And if you have full HP, this guy will drop a Firestorm. You can also drop a potion, but depends. I recommend, if you have good money, to just stop for these 2, because you kill both anyway, and then you have like double HP. If you see a tornado here, just take it. If you have not enough, if you have 2 tornadoes, it's fine. If you have 3, perfect. You can take this one, mostly is 10 gold. This one can drop a Charmstone, perfect. He's dropping. He can also drop money. And you see, like, only the beginning was on the top, then it's always on the bottom. Hit these guys, and then just hit the next 2. And after the first one, sorry, you hit one guy and then you go on the top. And yeah, then we are actually already almost out of that. We just go here on the right. So we despawn that guy here. Then we go turn around, jump here. I was just showing you the beginning. I will show you again the beginning. We have now 800 gold around, and then we're going on the other side. So I will show you again what you have to do. So in the beginning, you just go on the top. Then, as you can, you just turn around very fast, so the projector from the one guy is not even following you. So if you do it correctly like this, you despawn the projectile. You have to stay on the top because the blue guy is coming. Can be 2 hits, can be 1 hit, the blue guys. You have to just check. The red ghost guys here is always the first one who's dropping mostly good money. And yeah, the next guy is dropping money or a Charmstone, depends. We have okay money, so we don't care. This guy drops a heart if you have heart problems, or a potion. If you have full heart, he will drop a Firestorm, what we don't need. And then you go for these 2 guys. And then you stay on the ground in the next screen, just kill the 3 of these pumpkin guys. And then after the 3rd one, you go on the top. Then you kill the next pumpkin guy. You can collect the money if you want, definitely fine. And then hopefully this guy is dropping a Charmstone or money, whatever you get, you get. Then you stay on the ground, kill the skeleton guys, because if not they just jump around off your head. Then you kill 1 of the skeleton guys and go on the top, so you are forcing the guys to go up. 2 or 1 hit, depends. And this is on the way, by the way, so you can collect without even losing a lot of time. And then you just go here, and then you jump to the right, and then you fall down. This is the dungeon on the left side. Right side is even a little bit more complicated. You hold here to the right, then you jump off because you're like glued, and then you jump on again. Then here you have to turn around, because if not you get hit. And now we come to a really critical part of this one. So this is a thing what is like, many people have problems. There were coming ghosts, and it's like 1 ghost, then 2 ghosts, and then what was it, 1 ghost, like 2 single ghosts come in the down, and then there comes 2 in a row, and then there one in the end, and in the top it will be kind of the similar thing, 2 coming down again, and you just have to do the pattern I was just showing you right now. We got the Charmstone drop, so we are actually lucky. I would definitely show you the backup if you don't get the Charmstone drop, or your money is low, or whatever you have the problem, like if you have not over 800, then you do the backup, and then you have enough money. Definitely you should have at around 1100 after this dungeon or after the backup. 1200 is always better, so you have definitely enough money for the Tasmanian sword. So yeah, you just have to jump and hit the blue guys and ignore them. You don't want to kill them because it costs a lot of time, because they go up and then they come down completely, and sometimes even when you hit an enemy and you are too close, the enemy will get damage boost to you, so you can lose your life, especially when you have like 0 potions right now. And then yeah, you just die and you're like, oh fuck. So what you're just doing is you just hit and then go. You just force them to go away. The next room, what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green guys, what you just have to force to go away, and the rest is then just jumping up and down and hitting the right guys, and actually not so hard. So first one is coming here, second one is coming here, the third one is top, then it's 2 in a row. So 1 in the high, 1 in the low, and we hit the last guy just by going, then 1, 2, 3, and then 1 and 2, and the last one is just like that. So this is the room, how it goes. It's like I said, first 2 are coming to the ground, then 3, 4 also. So in the ground there will be nothing you have to wait, you just have to see when they're coming, they are for you. The top one you see they will stop, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there come the 2 top guys again onto the ground. And important thing is, even if you see the guys like coming down and stay there and not disappear because you're not fast enough, try to go fast, because don't wait for them, because they will go up and they will hit you if you just don't go fast. So it's the 5 down, and then it's the third one on the top, and then the 5th one on the top, what you just have to force and scare away. What is like very important. So it's like the first one, the second one, then there's the top one, then the 3, 4, 3 and 4. You see? As you can see, I was too close to him, I hit him, so he got damage boost into me, and I lost my potion, or I would lose my life if I have 0 potions. So very crucial play. And if you want to be really safe, you could actually play like that, but I don't recommend that. Super slow. Super slow. I would not do that, definitely. And as you can see, even with boomerangs, it makes no sense. I would definitely not do that. Super slow, don't do that. Scare them away and go. And just learn the pattern in this room, definitely with safe state, and use a sword. So it's 1, my sword, hello sword. So 1, 2, it's like jump and hit, here in the air, here in the ground, and then this one, and there are 2 guys on the coming back, hit him, and then hit him. So this is how this room goes. And the first 2 are with jumps, the third one is also with a jump, the 4th is on the ground because they're like in the row. The 5th one is in the ground and then jump. And then the 5th and the 6th you have to hit 1, 3, 5, 6 and 7 on the top. You just have to walk because you're already in the ground. So one more time. And then we go to the next room. So just remember in which room, we go here on the top by the way, in which room you actually have to be on the top and in which room you actually have to be on the bottom. Just learn how to do it, and it's mostly better to be on the top because then we are forcing the enemies to the right place. So here you just go between these 2, and if you don't do it correctly there will be another one coming. So there I will show you is an kind of an invincible stone face shooter. So you will hear a block and you wonder why, because there are too many sprites on the screen, and that's why this one is not showing. But there is one guy shooting at you, an invincible shot. So you have to be careful that you don't get hit by this. So that's why we go up there. So we do this again, and then I just do a save state there. 3, 4, then you go on the top, number 5, and then you stay on the ground, number 8, and then number 10, and then you go on the top again, and then you just go into the next room. You just do a save state here, and the room is like very easy. You just go behind him, before him, behind him. You heard that? There it is. So there's the block. And if you just spawn the blue guy, the stone guy would not be there. So you heard the block of the shot, but you didn't see the shot. So it's like an invincible shot because there are too many things going on the screen right now. And now we are going to the last part of that. It's like you can kill this guy. This room is like you can kill this guy, but if you are forcing him to go away, so you need 2 hits, because the blue ghost, you could be needing 2 hits. Hit him, go on the ground, hit the skeleton, because it's not worth it to try to kill this guy, because mostly he will attack you. You have not much room, and the skeleton can also jump. So if you are just scaring him away, go on the ground, hit the skeleton and go, because he will not hit you there. And then here you go after killing the skeleton on the top. So this blue guy can be getting 2 hits again or 1 hit, but for the ghost guys you actually have to be always on the top, so they are not flying around, what makes them difficult to kill, and also the damage boost into your face can happen. So for the ghosts you actually are always on the top, so they are staying also on the top, and you can actually kill them really fast, instead of you're on the ground and then they are flying around and you hit them. And the one guy what I was just killing here, wait, so you see like how they are like there. So it could be that this blue guy could be here like flying around and waiting for you, so you have to go close to him, and then he will spawn in the top and come to you. So if there's a guy like doing a looping here, just go close to him and let him spawn here. Like he will go like make a respawn here, and then you can kill him, and then you go. So last part again, and then we go to the dungeon end, and then we go to the boss. Turn around after the projectile jumping, and now we are just going here in the top, and like I mentioned, skeleton, scare him or kill him, kill this guy, and then go in again on the top, kill him, and then if he's there, kill him, or if he's not there, or like turning around. So here, another thing, just go, follow my way, what I'm doing, and then we are in front of the door, and here is the boss. And the zombie dragon is actually super easy. It can just be very annoying, but it could be super easy. So what you're doing is like you go completely to the left, and before he's like close to you, you jump over him, and he can directly come up and you hit him by jumping and hitting the sword, or you can like be in the middle of the room almost and then you hit him there. But always go back to the left and jump there. It's a super easy cycle, and just wait until he's dead. And I was like mentioning, if you have enough money, like we have 825, what is okay, collect all the money as a mouseman here before the flame is touching you. If you have low money, just directly jump into the flame, and then I show you the backup where you have good money, a really good money amount, and an extra charm stone. Like you have 2 charm stones there, so you can actually you're not like scared that you don't get a charm stone on the dungeon. So if you see you have low money, know that no charm stone is coming, just go through the dungeon, don't pick up anything, and then just use the backup, take the money and the charm stone there, and you are safe definitely to finish the run, hopefully. So yeah, the boss is like really easy. He can give you the best pattern, what is like always 8 damage and then 1 time 4. But yeah, you can also make bad cycles, what is like 3 damage or always 4 damage, and it depends. It's a global timer thing, as I was mentioning it, and you actually don't know it. Just do the same thing what I do, and when you're like having good money and already a charm stone, or you want to hope for a charm stone drop, you just take all the money what the flame is dropping. I will show you how. And if you don't have enough money, or you are missing a charm stone, or both, just directly jump against the flame and go for the backup. So for that, let's go for that fight. So it's very easy. Go to the left, jump here and hit him, and repeat that always. And he can be directly coming up, or he can be coming later up. So it's very easy actually. Just jump and then hold right and jump into him and hit him. Don't get hit, don't wait too long, because then he attacks you, and just stay with that and stay with that and hit him, and look that the HP is going down, and you can make critical hits by 8 or 4. 3 is the worst pattern, so you get an extra hit what you have to do. And don't bonk him. If you bonk, like, you lose 50% of your hearts. And then 24, and you wait until he's dead. 16, hopefully it's 2 more hits and he's dead. And 1 more hit, hopefully he's dead. Okay, so the flame will come to you, jump over, then you can force the flame to just jump before he's moving, or you like when he's like far away, you can actually always jump over, and then you are touching it when there is no more money. And then you change into Piranha Man, and the first thing what you do is like you kill this guy and just take the money and jump and take this key and go, because we need the key for later, and now you're swimming. So this is how you fight the boss. And like I was mentioning, if you want to go for the backup, you directly jump into the flame and take the backup money, because yeah, you want to save time. And the money of the treasure from the backup has really a lot of money, good money, 6 bags with high money. And in that case, you are making less damage of your time loss when you are directly jumping into the flame and then go for the backup, instead of just taking every money and then taking every money and the charm stone. You are losing even more time. So that's how you play. And yeah, you like get out of the door as a Piranha Man. You are hitting the ghost to the right, what can drop tornado, boomerang, or money. You hope for money. And then you jump a little bit from the right, from the platform down, and then hit the red ghost again that drops a key. Why? Because we need the key later for the old castle, where we just lost our ability to be human. So where we fight in the beginning the Mecha Dragon, is called the old castle, and we go there and use there the key. So the interesting thing about this game is that every key can be used for every door. So there's not like this key to that door and this key to that door. No, you can actually use every key for every door. So since we take right now the key there, what is actually for the dungeon for the Mouse Man, again, we can use that key for the old castle. Normally they want you later to buy a key and then go, but yeah, we are using the key what we just get another time, and then we use that key for later for the dungeon. And then we get another key for another door, but we just kill ourselves, so we can use that key what we just picked up for the last dungeon. So that's how it goes. So yeah, if you would have the second and the third heart right now, you would have here number 4 hearts, and then you would have 4 hearts. But for that, you need the second heart, what I was showing you, the third heart, what I was showing you for the pyramid thing, and here you would be at the 4th. And here is a shop what can actually sell you potions, medicine. but depends how much hearts you have, the price increases. So if you have only one heart, it costs 50. But if you have two hearts, it will be costing 100 or 150. I'm not sure. I think it was 100. So if you need a potion and you are playing on one heart, you have 0 potions, I always recommend at least 1 potion to have with you. 2 would be better, but you need money anyway. So if you have like 1 potion, fine. If you have 2 potions, perfect. If you have 0 potions, go here, buy a potion for 50 gold if you are playing with 1 heart. And you can go to the exit by that, or you just press 1 on your button. But yeah, just for the medicine, if you need, you go in the door and you go back to the return. If you have enough money, what was 1100 is good, then you just go to the left and we go to the next thing. If you need the backup, what I was mentioning, you go here as a piranha man, you are swimming, you can on jump, you can swim, and then you just go out here and there you have here that backup situation. So here's a treasure what gives you money and charm stones, 6 bags in total, and 1 charm stone you just have to pick, and then you're just going here and then you're just using that door and you come back to the city. So this is the backup. What you can do when you have low money or you didn't have the charm stone drop. What I recommend in that case if you want to finish a run. Because you cannot hope that the charm stone will come in the next part and then it's not coming and then you're forced to hope for one guy in front of the armor door that he drops the charm stone and could be taking forever and the run is already really slow. So if you are not having a charm stone until now and you don't want to risk it because you don't have a time already on the leaderboards, I recommend to do the backup and take the charm stone, one of them, like 6 bags and 1 charm stone, and just go the safety route. But yeah, whatever you want. So let's do the fight again, and since we have enough money, we are just collecting the money again and then killing the guy for the item and killing the key, and then go to the way to the Thunder Sword. So we are taking the Dragon Mare as like hopefully we can get the drop. I will show you what to do. And we have 1 tornado, and always better to have at least 2 tornadoes so we don't lose anything. The ability, like when we have just 1 tornado is also okay, but then we mostly lose the 1 potion we had, or one of the 2 potions what we have. You can actually take until 3 potions in your run if you want. There's not possible having more than 3. And you think, why is he playing with 1 heart? It's actually possible, especially in the end, because we use a trick of the game, what I will show you, what is called the hardest armor. And it's an infinite refill, and as low as your hearts are, as quicker you get the refill. And makes, of course, if you have more hearts it will take longer until you have the full refill, and we don't want that. So full money. So yeah, don't worry if you have like done everything, 1 heart, the rest is just quicker with the refill. If you have 2 hearts it's still okay, especially in the beginning I recommend the 2nd heart. But yeah, don't forget, if you have a 2nd heart, then this shop here with medicine costs 100 gold each medicine, and with 1 heart it costs 50. So if you're fine with that, you can actually go with 1 heart until now, buy a potion, and then take the 2nd heart in the beginning where I was showing you. So it's better actually this way, and then you just go here into the ground and take the 2nd heart if you are okay with that. But yeah, now we are going to the way to the Thunder Sword, what is also a little bit difficult, but I will show you what you actually have to do. So you just hold here and then we are going to the Thunder Sword part. So, Thunder Sword part, why do we need it? I already explained there are 2 swords we need, the Magic Saber and the Thunder Sword. Without that we cannot finish the game, because we need 1 sword to break blocks and we need 1 sword to make blocks. So we have 1 tornado, and I always change into the tornado before the very critical part in that part to the Thunder Sword, because I don't want to change it before. If you want, you can already change it into the Tornado in the moment you get the drop. But remember, every time when you go in the pause menu, you lose time. So the best thing is, of course, if you are getting a Tornado in the early game, and change when you're in the shop as a Mouseman and take the Shogun armor and the Shogun blade, the two things, and then you change into the Tornado, because then you would save time and you don't have to do it before the critical part in that way to the Thunder Sword. So I do it every time in a special way, and I remind myself how many Tornadoes I already picked up until now, and when I have one, I know what to do with one, and when I have two, I know what to do with two, and with three, and so on. So best thing it would be 3 for later in the cave. On the way to the Tasmanian Sword, you can use it actually to your advantage. 2 would be perfect also, and 1 is like okay, but you have to understand, if you don't get the Dragon Mail drop, that you will mostly use your 1 potion for sure, because you have to go down and kill an enemy instead of killing him with a Tornado and then hope for the drop. So you can take 2 hits with 1 heart in the lava when you have full HP before you lose the potion or you die. Depends how many potions you have. The top way is definitely, in my way, not recommendable, because you have to kill 2 ghosts, and you hit them, then they shoot, they could hit you. There are coming 2 of them, very scary, and also the crabs are shooting their projectiles up, so I definitely recommend the down way, and better losing a potion than going the top way and losing more than a potion, I would just say. So that's just the way, what I was just mentioning. So I will show you now the way to the Thunder Sword. So the beginning is like jumping over the first 3 and then hitting the 4th one, and then just doing a jump and 2 hits, then wait for that. I mean, there's a Tornado, why not taking it? And they're coming 2 double frogs, and you just have to wait for them, and then they're coming 2 of the green guys. Normally you should always take that. So when he's shooting twice, as you can see. This guy always drops a heart, or if you have full HP fireball, you can also drop potion. Every guy who can drop hearts can also drop potions. That's what you have to understand and to know from this game. And if he drops a firestorm, it's just because you have full heart. So every time when he's dropping a heart, means that your heart is not full and you have to refill it. But that's just a mentioning thing. So the beginning is always the same. There is no RNG, it's just movement. Kill the 4th guy, I always recommend that. Then kill that frog. I mean, we take that Tornado because I saw it. Wait for these guys to jump over you, also here. Then kill this guy, take the money if you want to and if you have to. Every time when you hit these guys, they are just getting forced into something else. So the next screen is just a jumping screen, so you just jump over enemies until you kill one what you cannot jump over, and then there are a lot of flowers in the ground where you just kill them. One of them can drop a Tornado or an arrow, or arrow is also important if you're low on money, because there are 3 clouds in the cave with the mouse where you can get good money from the clouds up to 60 gold. So if you're low money and you still need money, you can use arrows in the end, so an arrow drop is actually not so bad. So like the next screen from here, like be very careful with these 2 green guys, because some of them, like, it could be that you're like having both at the same time, and you cannot, you didn't kill them. You are shooting, like you are hitting them with the shield, with a sword every time forward, and yeah, it could be that you have to kill them both together, kind of. The first green guy can drop a Charmstone, a Tornado, or money, and the second one will drop always a heart or a potion or a firestorm. And yeah, if you need money, just take the money from the first guy and then kill the second guy, and don't forget that when you hit them away, they're like looking like screaming, and then you have a little bit time until they are starting shooting at you and come to you again. So you have to hit them in the rhythm, as you can see, and they take some shots, and yeah, the next screen is just jumping. So it's jumping over these guys every time, and then jumping over this one, over this one. This one you have to hit. He can drop money, charm stone, everything. Here he can drop tornadoes. These guys are dropping hearts if you need them, and all three what you just saw in the end will be HP or potion drops. When you have 2 items on the screen from these 3, the third one will not drop anything. If you are like taking hearts from them because you need them, the guy will also drop an item, mostly because you are picking up before the items. And then we come to the very critical part of that run, the part where you also have the dragon mare as a drop and specific jumps with crabs and all the stuff. So it's like I said, jumping over this one, ignore them all, hit this guy, take money or whatever he's dropping, hit this guy, take the tornado, kill these, and this guy with jump. So now comes the critical point, like I was saying. So the thing is, like, now comes the green guy from the top, and you hit him, have to hit him twice, and in the moment when I hit him with the second time, I will change into the pause menu and change into tornado, if I didn't do it before, because this is like the best way, kind of. You can also do it before, but whatever you want. So I always change when I kill him or when I'm on the way to kill him, and then I directly use my tornado to kill the first crab. It's a blue one. The crabs can shoot after they can shoot high and they can shoot low, but it's like 1 or the 4th, and the best way is just hopefully like jumping over his high one so he's not hitting you. And the tornadoes are very useful now for these crabs. Then the tornado, you have to follow the tornado. Then there's one green guy on the way you have to kill, so you have to wait. You can also jump under him, but a little bit risky. I would not do that because they're coming really quickly down again. You jump over projectiles from a crab, a green one, and then there's another crab. What you have to wait, perhaps, like I will always wait and look what kind of projectile he's shooting so he's not hitting me, because you're right now, before was actually kind of safe, I would not say, but every time when you would fall into the lava, you would have now in that place what you just saw, you would have go completely to the beginning again to save it. So when you fall right now into the lava, you're dead. Mostly with 1 heart, because lava you get damage, you get damage, and even when you're reaching the beginning again of the next screen, you will be dead mostly. So that's why it's very important to do step by step the next screen until the end to be safe, because like I said, it's super dangerous, and if you get hit very late like in the middle of the screen or something by these projectiles what are coming up, and you fall into the lava, you're dead. Your run is dead. And even with 2 hearts, it will be hard. You will lose 1 potion at least, minimum, perhaps even 2 potions if you run back and go. So yeah, do it like I am showing you right now. So what I do is like hit him. Oh, so we despawned that guy. Okay, I think because I wait here, because here is actually a crab, and I don't know why he's not here. Let me just see why. So there's the crab. So this is how we do it, and then we are just using the tornado, jump over this, then we have to kill this guy, better like that, see what kind of shooting this crab is doing, here also waiting and look what he's doing, and then we use the tornado for this guy can drop actually that kind of armor. So what we just got is the drop from the dragon mare, and the dragon mare is allowing us to yeah, to go into the lava without getting any damage. And now we are saving 300 gold because we don't have to buy it. And that is the crab, the only crab what can actually give you that armor. I don't know why they programmed that, but it's very, very useful for a speedrun. It's a 1 to 16 chance, and we just got the armor, and we are still having a little bit HP, so we didn't use the potion. So this is a luck drop, definitely. It happens not very often, but if it happens, you definitely take advantage. Take the armor directly, go into the pause menu and change into the armor so you're not losing your potions. And then you can actually go through the lava part. Yeah, but many times there is no drop. So if you get the drop, I will show you the way now until the end, until we get the shop part, and then I will try and hope that I don't get the drop, and then I show you how to do the rest. So if you got the armor, you change, and then you actually just take 1 heart. You can also take 2 hearts. The next guys are always dropping hearts, and go into the lava and ignore everything on the top. Go here on the top and just hit this guy. Ignore the money, you don't need that anymore, because what you get right now is money. You take also 1 thunder, and as you can see we have 1630, more than enough, and you already bought the dragon mail here because you got the drop. And this is the way how you play it if you get the dragon mail drop. So you go on the down part, you kill that guy, you get 1 or 2 hearts on the way. So after that drop, there is 1 green ghost what you can kill and drops a heart. The next skeleton drops another heart. So if you want to be safe, kill these 2 guys, get the hearts, then go on the bottom part and take the guy out before the shop. Go in the room, take the money and 1 thunder, and then go out because already you got the drop. So you don't have to buy that armor, and that's the shop. Now I will show you what happens if you don't get the drop, hopefully. So now tornado, like I said, before or after. We are just killing this guy. And look for this guy that he's not killing you. And then tornado. We didn't get the drop. So this is like how I do it. And you see I'm still alive. You can take this heart if you want. You can take this heart if you want. But this heart you have to take because you have to wait for a shot. So I definitely take this heart always. Kill these guys. And then you can hit this guy. Take the money if you want. Because now we don't have this 300 gold gap what we had before. So we take the money. And we are taking the thunder. And now we buy the armor, and then we are selecting the armor, and then we are going out again. So this, you see like the difference. When you get the armor, I would have 1630, and I would not have any problems with the money. And without the armor, even with 800 gold and the collection and 1100 coming here, I have 1350. And I need 1480, so we have to buy or get some money on the way still. And in the end, when we get the Thunder Sword, we have some blocks what can give us money. So in that case, we still can recover. But you can see how important it is actually for the speedrun to get that armor as a drop. So yeah, let me just try again, because I think this was like how I just forced it to get it. Let's see if we get it again. If not, we just continue, and then I continue from the shop on. So watch for this guy that he's not shooting you, and then so no drop again. You can see it's completely luck. And we go now the different way. So I always take this heart because I have to wait for this shot. Here also I take the thing you saw, a charm stone. Would be a lucky if we would need it. Completely different pattern. I take that, whatever he's dropping, it's fine. arrow is fine, definitely not bad. Can use it for the end. Take one of the thunders, buy the armor, and then change. And then we are going the rest of the way. Come to me. So now I just save it, because next part is coming up. So when you are entering out of the shop again, all the enemies are spawned back. So every time when you go into the shop and out of the shop, the guy will be spawning back. It's in that case important if you play risky and you didn't get a charm stone until now and you have still 4 charm stones. And you want to continue, because if you, I just show you, if you don't have enough charm stones, here's an exit. And then you would have to go. But here's just a queue, okay. I thought there's a way home. I thought there's a way home. I'm sorry. Here's just a queue. Okay, I thought there is an exit to go home. In any case, yeah, the run is kind of dead, because you don't have enough charm stones, but you can somehow save it by always going out of the door to the shop, like not the shops itself, like the door entering this room where I'm right now, and killing that guy what is next to you, that skeleton, quickly. What would look like that. I'm just showing what you could do. Like if you don't have a charm stone, let him come and kill him here on the top and hope that he's dropping for you a charm stone. It's the only way to save it somehow if you lost it, but you can see how much time it could take until he's giving you a charm stone. It can take forever. So yeah, that is a way to save it. Sometimes you are lucky and he's directly dropping you a charm stone. First one you come out and in, but you never know if he's dropping and when he's dropping, so definitely not worthy. But yeah, depends. If you want to continue that run, if you want to get a time on the board, stay here. Perhaps you're lucky and he's dropping a charm stone whenever he wants to drop a charm stone. But you can see it can take like 2 minutes. Or never. It's like it is. I would never recommend that. Hard. Always the same. You never know what he's dropping. Perhaps one day a charm stone. Tornado. Can take forever. I just wait until I get the charm stone. Didn't get the charm stone. So okay, so the way now is you bought the dragon mail drop. You bought the dragon mail, or you got the drop from the dragon mail from the enemy before. Now you kill this guy by hitting him to the right and then killing him when he's like jumping up. And then there's coming one flower and one skeleton, what you can kill for money, or you just kill and go, depends what you have. With 1,350 around, you don't have to buy. You can buy. You can kill specific guys. What is like the first one here? When you come out, you can drop like over 20 gold back. The next 2 guys can only drop coins, so it's not worthy. And the next screen we just ignore completely and just go. And then there are coming 3 green arrow shooting guys where we kill the first, second and the third, and the first and the second can actually drop money, and the third can also drop a potion, for sure a heart or a firestone, depends what HP you have. You have to be really careful because the green pick guys can be hitting, you have to hit them twice, and it will be the same situation like the green what is it called, Cyclop guys in the beginning, what I was showing you when we entered the way, where you have to hit until they could be actually together and you have to hit both in the same time, and it's kind of risky because you have to be very close and you can damage yourself, and when you hit them you will die, or you lose a potion because every hit is like directly losing everything. So yeah, then you hit the 3 guys, then there are coming some stone guys shooting something. You have to just go and then block to the left, and then you kill the last pig guy before entering the room. What you need to have the piranha man and the mouse man already free to get the thunder sword. So what I recommend if you need money is kill this guy, You can take this money. This guy here you just jump over because makes no sense to kill them. This room you completely ignore, you just kill the skeletons and just go. And now come these green pick guys, and depends what they are dropping. They can drop money. And as you can see, it can be really scary. Here you jump over the stone guy. And then you turn around here to the left to block at least this guy or both. And then you just, if you need money, take the money from this guy, and we are at the room. And then we go here, up, go into the door. And now we are changing here in that door into Mouseman, because we need Mouseman to get the Thunder Sword. By jumping up, we change the forms. And then we are just going into the door to the right. And you see mouse blocks, and you just go on the mouse blocks. Turn around here, jump here. You can go completely the way if you want to be safe. But what I do is always like from here jump there. If you don't need money, you can just use the sword to open this one. If you need money, you can wait and then open both. And the room has some blocks what you can destroy, and I show you what they have inside. Money and something. Here is a money bag. Here's a charm stone. Here are 2 coins. And here's a coin. Here another charm stone, here's an arrow, and here's a thunder. So as you can see, I already have over 1480, and we want to have 1530 around together, but it's okay if we have 1480, we can still collect money. But yeah, if you're low on money, you can collect until 100 here. Important thing to understand is, I will just show you because the blocks are back here, is open this one for the coin. These 2 you can do. Hit these 2 and collect the money before you hit this one, because if you do the 3rd one too quickly, then it will not spawn any money. And if you need another arrow, open this one and take the arrow. And well, then you should be fine. And now you are going to the exit. And now we are going to the part where everything changes to the all bosses. So we come here, I'll just save it right now. And now we come to the, let's say, to the real hard part of this run. I know that the rest could be also hard, especially in the beginning, but this one is like crucial, especially when you have 0 potions, because 1 hit and you're dead and you have to start again. And yeah, not easy. So what we are doing right now is like we are skipping the water dungeon of the Piranha Man. We are skipping the samurai dungeon, what we are going on the way right now, because we are taking the Tasmanian sword. We buy that, and we then directly go to the last dungeon and fight the boss. So we skip 2 dungeons. That is why the run is like 30 minutes long and not 40 minutes. And we take the legendary sword with us by changing as a Tasmanian sword, because as I was already mentioning in the beginning, with the Tasmanian sword and putting the 2 controllers on 1 controller, you can actually change your forms in the run. That's why this is a non-council run, and it's only a council run when you have somebody playing co-op with you and know the speedrun and changing the forms with you every time together. So the only way to show that on screen on a online marathon or a live marathon would be a co-op run. As funny as it shows, it's a 1 single player, but the only way to show that any percent run would be a co-op run with a player together who knows the route. You change your form with him together, because he's jumping and hitting the sword with button 1, and in the same time when he hits the sword, you hit number 2, like button number 2, and change the form with him together in the same time and the same rhythm. So would be actually interesting co-op run to show. But this is how you play, and as a single player, like I said, on console it's impossible, because you have to press both every time the same. And how do you want to do it? Like you hold left and you press a button and then you press another button. it's actually not easy. That's why I recommend that as a emulation run with putting both controllers on one controller and making it buttons what you can use the same with different hands. But before we come to that Tasmanian sword thing, I explained the cave, and the cave you have to follow especially the orders I was showing, and I will show you. If you want to have it a different way, you can try, but snakes are jumping, bats are flying, guys from the ghost are coming up and shoot at you, and yeah, not an easy cave, definitely. And when you pass it and you have the Tasmanian sword, everything will be easier. You will use some zips with the human form, because the human form is actually not playable in the whole game. You can never play the human form except the beginning, but with that Tasmanian sword you can actually change into the human form, and that makes you the strongest character, and it makes you also zipping through walls, what we will use when we get the Tasmanian sword. So as Mouseman, you have like different screens. First screen is some bats and some snakes, and you just have to follow the rules. Kill the snakes, kill one snake or force one snake. Second one will be 3 pumpkin guys what you have to kill. Be careful with the damage boost thing or the damage thing. It could be that if you hit them too close that they're damage into you, and if you have 0 potions you're dead. Boom. And you have to start again from the beginning of the cave. And then there are coming some ghosts that are shooting projectiles at you. You have to jump over them. Then there are coming so the thing is like the first screen has bats and snakes. The second screen you use a damage boost and pass 4 bats. Then there are 3 blue bats what you just ignore and jump over them. Then there are 3 ghost guys who are shooting projectiles. Then there comes these pumpkin guys. Then there comes ghost and a skeleton where you can, if you have a tornado, you can use it to your advantage. I show you how. And then you have like 4 bats where you are just jumping over 3 and wait for the 4th. And then you just jump with the ghost thing and hold left and just fall on the place, because every time normally it can happen that you get hit by these bodies of the blue one, but normally if you just hold left and fall, they will disappear in the ground before you hit them. And then the hardest part of the cave is actually over. Mostly you just have to jump over a ghost in the end, and then you are in the safer part of the cave. So with that I will just show you how to go. So you are having the Thunder Sword, so you can open blocks, what we are doing as a Mouseman. And the easiest way to go to the 3rd one where we actually want is this one. Yeah, but we are doing it different. So what we are doing is we jump on the 2nd one, and well, you should do it correctly, of course. So we jump on the 2nd one. It's like not easy. Like let me go here. So jump on the 2nd one and then go on the 3rd one, and that's how we play actually. And now we are just I make a save state here, and now I show you the cave. So the first room is here, running against the wall. Jump over this, then jump late, and then force him down and jump over this. Wait, jump between these 2 and double hit them. Take money if you need, if he's dropping money, and then we are on the next screen. So this is the beginning, this is the first screen. Learn that pattern. Here it's actually important to walk against the wall, to not try to jump as fast as possible, because you could force the bat or stuff to hit you, and like I said, every hit is a crucial hit, and you can lose a potion or you can lose the run if you have 0 potions, because the next potion what you get for free is very late, and if you play with 1 heart you're actually mostly dead. If you have 0 potions and if you have 2 hearts, well, it's like 2 hits, so it's also very risky. So let's do the screen again, and then the next screen will be 4 bats, and you will see that I just directly jump and take a damage boost, because it's the fastest way to pass them. You don't want to wait for them, so you just use the damage boost, and then you have like half of a heart. So It's like running against this to force this bat to go in the right position. Same here, to not get hit by that. Hit him away and then jump. Wait and then jump and then double hit. Take money if he has and if you need. And now the next screen is the following. I just saved it. So you just damage boost this guy and then jump over these and you're done. Then you're just always jump over these bats, jump over this guy, wait for the projectile to pass, and then you're on the next screen. So let's do this again. This room, damage boost yourself here. If you get another one, it doesn't matter, it's just you're still in the iframe, so it doesn't even matter. And here just jump over, you cannot block that shot because it's too high, it would hit your face. And here you just go for the pumpkins. If you're going very close, you can directly kill them, but it could be also that they're damage boosting to your face. And if you're like waiting too long, there will be always spawning a new one. So when you kill the last one, you have to hold left. Ignore the ghost there, doesn't matter. And now will be the way when we have still a tornado over, what we are just using here against this one. And it can actually help us a little bit. But you still can get a hit from someone. So you will be having, as you can see, mostly a piece of a heart in the end because of 2 hits. And one more hit if you have 0 potion and you're dead. But it's definitely okay, all fine. If you do everything correct, nothing should go wrong. So let's do this part again. The next two rooms. And don't worry if you're still getting hit, you are still in the iframe, so no worries. Here you jump over, here you wait for the 2 projectiles, and you can go very close to kill them here, or you just... Like the problem is, like, you see like the stun locking, and they can actually also hit you, or you, like, this is the best what you can do, like really close to that. But if you don't hold left after you kill the last one, he will always spawn again. I just try right now to show you the best way to kill it. Here's nothing, so it's like really bad if you try something. So here, just use the damage boost and just go. Use the iframes if you have to, it's okay. Jump over the projectile, jump over that, jump. And then best pattern would be like really close, like I said here, and then just kill them like this. If you want to be safe, you stay a little bit away and still kill them. They need 2 hits, all pumpkins, and with the last one you kill, hold left. Use the tornado, hit the sword, and don't care if you get hit. Next screen is just jump over the next 3. Well, for the 3rd one you actually have to wait a little bit. So it was my mistake. Let's do this again. So for the 3rd one you have to actually wait a little bit. I forgot. And the 4th one you have just to wait until he's attacking you. And then just go away and then jump over. So before that we will make a safe state. So the safe way, this is the fastest way, not so easy. Get the right position, better a little bit distance. That skeleton can actually jump over you. And yeah, now we would be like here just going. And since I was not doing the right thing, I will do it for you again by making a save state. That was bad actually. Making a save state before entering that screen so I can show you how this looks like. So yeah, this is the critical point I was saying, and you should definitely learn this room like I'm showing you right now, and practice it, especially in the beginning, over and over again, because this is like the hardest part of the game. Everything else is like not easy, but easier. That skeleton can jump if you just use and now it's just holding left, waiting until he's attacking and then going backwards, so he's like forced to come, and then you just jump, hold left and jump here, and this is the cave, and now we are in the safer point of that run. what I will explain later. We do one more time, and I will do a save state before enter that one room with the things what are like coming, these ghosts like, and the bats. But yeah, this is definitely the part what can go wrong, and when you kill the third one, just hold left, so that is not anymore coming. I always use here tornado if I have to. This skeleton can actually also jump when you use the sword there, but can also turn around. And now here is again this part. You jump over the first two, you wait for the third to attack you and go back for the left one. Hold left, don't worry. Normally they always disappear, and then you're here and you are on the safer way, let's say that. So one more time this part, this one, and then I show you the last part of that cave before the Tasmanian sword. So just hold left and don't worry, this guy will always mostly disappear. It would be very unlucky if not. And yeah, when you're entering here, this part is full of flowers who shoot at you, and clouds who are coming for you. So in any case, if you need money, because you are still very low on money, I recommend you to have at least 2 arrows, perhaps even 3 arrows, but at least you will have 1 arrow, because there was the room with the thunder sword where you can get a free arrow. So if you need a rare money, there are 3 clouds on the way you can actually attack, what I recommend, especially when you are low money, and I'll show you how. So here's the first guy coming, boom, attacking him and hope that he's doing a money drop. Be careful with these. I just show you where the clouds are coming. Here's the second one, and here's the third one. And these 3 clouds can actually drop money if you need. I just wanted to show you the money. If you need them, and you can also kill the flowers and get the money from them. Until you have 1480, I definitely recommend that. If not, you cannot buy the Tasmanian sword and the run is also over. So if you need money and you have some arrows and you're still very low on money, kill the clouds and hope for good drops. So let's do this all again here, this part. And then I make a save state for the last part of the cave before we are getting the Tasmanian sword. So you are forcing these last 2 guys to come to you, and now we are just here entering that part, and we are now predicting that we have enough money what we have, and now we are just killing everything on order. Is the first flower on the way, then we are jumping over the 2 flowers we had been waiting. So if you kill the cloud on the top, you have to look what these flowers are doing in the first cloud. If you want to just take 1 money back because you're still not enough, you can kill cloud number 2 and number 3, because then you don't have the problem with the cloud with the flowers what are on the right side then, and shoot to the left. So whatever you want. But yeah, you kill the first flower, then you are jumping over second and third flower, what is shooting to that there, and then you wait until the projector is passing you, kill the 4th flower on the ground, and then kill flower number 5 and number 6 on the way, and then you're already at the Tasmanian sword shop. So you kill this guy, you ignore this, you wait until the projector is passing you, you kill this guy, then you kill this guy on the way and hold left, and you kill this guy and hold left. And that's the way, and here's the shop. And before you go into the shop, you have to change into the Shogun Lemur, because it's the biggest charm points you have. Then you go inside, and you buy the Tasmanian sword. Then you are selecting the Tasmanian sword in your thing, and you are selecting the thunder, the 1 thunder you have. We have now 3, but you actually need 1 thunder. Go out of the shop, and then if you did the setup for the controller correctly, you can change into every form you want, even into the human form. And I will just do one more time the whole part until the Tasmanian sword part, and then we do the rest until we need. So dungeon part, like I was saying, clouds when you need money, kill that flower, kill that flower, and kill that flower. Go into the menu before entering the shop, change into the Shogun, and then go into the shop, buy the thing, change into the Tasmanian sword, change into the thunder, go out of the shop, and now we are saving it. So what we are doing right now is we are using some zips. There are 3 zips what you can actually use as a human form. So we are zipping here through the wall to go on the next part. We have to go on the ground to take money because now we need 2000 gold. So we have like 2 free treasures on the way what we are collecting the money, and I recommend to have at least after the first treasure I recommend to have 1030. If not, there are 2 enemies I recommend to kill. That is 2 green ghost guys what are coming out of the ground, what can drop money bags. So even with 1010 or 1020 you can actually reach 2000, but to be safe, it is actually the best if you get like 1040, 50 or 1060 after the first treasure, to get for sure 2000 together to buy the hardest armor, because we need the hardest armor to finish the run. Going without the hardest armor is like completely insane and task-like, and I don't recommend that. But RTA, we need the hardest armor actually to finish the game. So that's why I was mentioning it's good to have like 1530 or something, because you use 1480 for the Tasmanian sword and the rest is still there. So you already have some extra money what you perhaps then reach 1030, 40, 1050. But I say like with it's a global timer thing. Even with 1020 I already got 2000 in the end, but it's luckily, and with 30 and 40 you should be always having 2000 gold with the 2 treasures, and you can buy the hardest armor and you are fine. Then we would just go to the dungeon to take the legendary sword, and then we go to the last dungeon. So what we are doing is we change into the human form, and we are just going here very close to that and jump and hit the sword to zip through that wall. And then we go here to the door. It's a secret door, and here's the first potion. If you have 0 potions, you should definitely take that potion with you. What is coming here? We have already 2, so we don't need. We have 1060. So here we go again to the wall and zip through that. This is one enemy we should kill if we need money. This one we kill with thunder, and then we after like we are killing it with thunder. We block this. We kill this guy. Another money thing. And then we are zipping here up by jumping and using the sword. Then we go here and change into the Birdman, what is coming after Lion, and fly up. And the Birdman can actually really screw you up by not making transitions. I will show you the whole part after the Tasmanian again. Here we change into human form because we need the charm as a human. If we would not have the human form, we would not get that hardest armor. So since we are human, we get the hardest armor because we have the highest, and then we change into Lizard Man because we need the Mouse Man, and since we are jumping there anyway, it's better to do that. So again, we change into human, we go close, we jump and hit the sword to go here into the shop, into the secret money part. If you need a potion, 1 potion is better than nothing. If you have 0, take the potion here. If you have 2, you don't need it. Then you zip here by also going close and zip. Then you take the money if you need. Kill this guy, block here by waiting a little bit. Go here. And if you want to be really fast, you try to turn around and block these shots. So, This is the after the Tasmanian sword buying. So going here, and fastest way would be like killing that one green ghost guy and then directly using the zip and blocking the shots on the top. And why do we go to the top? Because in the ground there is an enemy and he would scare you. So we just use the zip. Here we use the thunder. Here we block that. And then we just go here in the top. And yeah, if you don't have a shield as a lizard man, of course you cannot do anything. And then we go up to the Birdman. And yeah, be careful. Safe way, I'll show you the safe way if you want to for sure take your potion with you if you have like only one, or if you have 0 because I don't know, you lost it before on the way. You just wait until these flowers on the top just shoot and then do the zip. So always wait until they shoot and then do the zip. So go here, jump and use the zip, kill this guy. Kill this guy, wait for that to block it, and then wait until they shot, and then try the zip by jumping and hitting. Then you change, and be careful, lizard man can actually destroy the game. And then you do Birdman, you go up here, and then you go in the door by pressing up, change into human, take the money. When you are seeing the boomerangs you can't stop because there's no more money coming. And then take the hardest ammo, go on the door and change into Lizard Man for the next thing. So now we need the magic saber, so we are changing into Mouse Man again. We are going into the second hole because we can actually pass as Mouse Man there, and we are here. Changing very quickly, because every time when you hit like a wall, the shot is like shorter as when you are like really high. If you want to be safe, you do it here. You have to change into Lion Man and then break it. But if you want to be faster, you do like this 2 times and you change faster. But yeah, always depends on your way. How fast you are. Then you go here inside. On the way to the treasure you change into the Birdman. And then you just fly up. You got the magic saber. The saber what can actually make these star blocks, what you see in the background, into stones. So this is how it goes. So now you fly as a Birdman to the old castle. And it's actually really easy. Just follow the routes and then you don't lose any potions. In the end you have to lose your potions anyway, so since I have 2, I will show you how to lose at least 1 without doing a lot. So now you are at the outcast again, and now we use the key what we got after the Piranha Man change here. So I will just save it here. If you have 1 potion, you are trying to block that arrow in the end where I'll show you. If you have 2 potions, I recommend to get hit there and bring 1 potion away, because you have to lose your potions anyway. You will die, you make a death warp again. So in that case what you are doing is you are just bringing your potions down, and yeah, if you want to play really safe, of course you can take your potions until you get the key in that castle, and then kill yourself at the place with the blue balls what are like hanging around there. So just going here inside, I show you the way first when you want to save your potions. So just go to the right, use the trampoline and just hit this guy away. Then you have this guy coming up, block the shot, and then if you just block this one by just going to the right and to the left. Hold left and then fly over this guy. This is the crucial part what you have to learn. And yeah, now you take the legendary sword, what you need for the last boss of course, because it's still here. You have to go here back and now instead of the room of the dungeon you have the legendary sword. And then you are on the way, you are just changing into the legendary sword. And then you kill yourself. You can like do it fast or slow. I show you the slow way and then I show you the fast way. So you kill this first guy, then you kill the second guy, take the key and then kill yourself. Wait until your iframes are away and then just kill yourself and do the death warp. And press quickly the buttons, because then you're back into the city and then we can go to the last dungeon. We don't want potions because that is 4-second time loss and we don't need a potion anymore because we have the hardest armor. And now I show you the way when you have to bring your potion down. Like we have 2 and then you can bring it to 1, and I show you the fast way of killing yourself. So if you have too much potions, what can happen? You are doing that. So instead of just holding right and that blocking, what I just did, you just turn around in the moment you fall down and get hit by this guy. If you always hold just right, you will always block him with a shield. But if you turn around early, you get the hit from the arrow and you lose your life. Depends if you have 2 hearts. If you have 2 hearts, it takes a little bit longer until you lose your lives. So yeah, 1 heart is what I recommend, but 2 hearts, well, should be good in the beginning. So turn around, so you lose 1 potion here. If you want to be really safe, you just do it early, the fly, and then just he's passing. But fast way would be, of course, look, we cannot even go up anymore. Fast way would be like directly going to the left here when you come down. Yeah, depends how safe you feel. In the beginning I was always like waiting until this guy is passing, but later I was just pressing the jump buttons early enough, so I was just passing through him and fly over him. And it's actually not a big deal, it's just really easy. And then you just change into the legendary sword. And you will lose all your items, but you don't care because you will go to the last dungeon and you have the hardest armor, what is an infinite refill. I will mention that later. And this is the fast way I recommend. When you have like 1 potion, you are killing yourself before the key is dropping and then you're done. And this is the death warp and you're out of that dungeon with 1 key, what you need. Because you need the key to open the last dungeon of the game. And that's what you want. And we are here again. And now we are going to the last dungeon. And what you are doing is right now you have the legendary sword. You fly to the left. And the last dungeon is actually in the air. And the bird is always can make this screen transition bad. Really annoying. And you can open it here if you want. Or you can open it here. But then you just jump and hold up. And you're in the door. So what I do is like I hold right. And then change into the magic sable, and I have to do exactly the middle, like this block here, with magic sable. And the moment when I hit it and he's there, I change into the Tasmanian sword and I change into the hardest armor. And what is the hardest armor doing in that last dungeon? The funny part about this game is that they made a mistake, I guess, because the hardest armor was actually only a 1-use refill potion situation. So imagine you have 3 potions and you use the hardest armor, it will refill you 1 time and then it will disappear. So you don't have the hardest armor anymore. But if you activate it here or in the last dungeon, it will never disappear. So you have an infinite refill situation. So even if you're a really bad player, you can finish that game for sure because you will never die. The hardest armor will always refill your hearts until like how many hearts you have. It can be like 8 hearts. It will be always refilling everything. And the potions are just refilling a minimum 1 heart, but when you have like 3 hearts or 4 hearts, just the potion is like completely random. It could be 1 heart refilling, 2, 3, or all 4. You never know by the potions. So in any case, the hardest armor is the key to finish that game without any risk. And you change into the Tasmanian sword and the hardest armor here, and then you go out of this and then just use that block and you are in front of the last dungeon. And now we are going into the last dungeon, and I show you screen by screen. So this is how it works, and that's why we are always taking the keys from already used dungeons or dungeons there, because every key is like opening every door, and we need that to finish the game. So that's why we did the keys, one with the legendary sword and one after the Piranha Man, to continue the game. So the first screen is just two stone guys shooting, like 5 of them, 2 from up and down, and you just pass and go up. What can happen with the Birdman is that you have problems in the screen transition. Sometimes it happens you go directly up what you want. Sometimes he's just going down again and up again and down again and up again, and it's really annoying, and you have to live with that. So you go up, and then you just go to the left, and then you wait until the one guy shot at you, and you go then to the right. And then you just change by the inputs I was showing you already into the mouse man, first human and then mouse man. And you are just changing through that last dungeon into every form, what is the best in that moment or what you need. Normally the way would be that you are going into the door and then changing your forms into the door until you get the one you want. So the all bosses %, for example, you are not allowed to use the Tasmanian sword, very important. So all bosses would be always rejected if somebody uses the Tasmanian sword. That's why it's called also all bosses %. And the any % you are allowed to use the Tasmanian sword, what is, like I said, really difficult on a rear console, because you have to press 2 buttons on 2 different controllers every time you change. But yeah, if you find somebody who wants to learn the thing with you together, like, I don't know, couples can do that, or friends, it's actually possible to play it on the console, but it's actually hard because you have to learn how to change together, like playing as a co-op team, pressing the same buttons at the same time. So you start as a Birdman, and then you're changing into Mouseman, and then you change again into Birdman, and then you change into Piranha Man, then again to Lion Man, Birdman, stuff, Piranha Man, Lion Man, Birdman, blah blah blah. So you change always in the form was the best in that next moment, and don't forget you have the infinite refill by the hardest armor, and you cannot die. The only thing is, like, you can be stopped by anything, stuff what can happen, but you cannot die until you are like coming to the end boss, and also there you cannot die. And we use there the human form because the human form just takes 4 hits until he's dead. So with that, let's start screen by screen. So we start here flying in the middle, let them just shoot at us, and after the 5th one, or was 4th one? Yeah, 4th one, we just go up here and just go here up, go here on the left, wait for the blue things to just go away, and then go here up. And then we are just going here, wait until this is passing, going up again, and here we are changing into human, and then change into Mouseman. This is the beginning. I do it again, so people see that again. But yeah, you should go step by step, every screen, step by step, learning stuff. But yeah, since we have the hardest armor, you don't have to be worrying that you die. So you can actually practice live without any problems of using save states, because yeah, you have infinite life right now, and just go with that and learn it step by step. And then here you go as a Mouseman. You wait until this guy shoots so you can pass, and now you have to change into Birdman. You go here and fly until this part, and then should kill that cloud. And you see, like, I get hit, and I will never die. So let's do this again. Fly again here, and then I will try to kill that cloud. You have to, like, the easiest way is actually just, this is the screen transition I was mentioning, what can always be wrong and always can annoy you, and can always happen, especially as a Birdman, since Piranha Man is not using we are just using it not for screen transitions here. In all bosses there's actually one screen where we also go up as a Piranha Man, but yeah. Change your form. Mouse Man is this way, and then just go here up, and then just kill the cloud. It's the easiest way. After this one, change into the Mouse Man, go here, and then just go here. Then we are changing 3 times into Birdman. Then we are taking the damage because it's difficult to kill them. And then we are changing again into Mouseman. Here I will make a save state. Until that, hopefully you know what you do. Here, since we don't want to change on the ground, like I will show you. If you have the problem that you're not here changed, you have to do this very slowly. And the easiest way is watching the right, but change here. Then you get like glitched out, and then you are already the Piranha Man. If you do it to the wrong side, you are glitched out to the wrong side, and then you have to do the normal way. What is definitely not possible, as you can see. How do you want to pass this? So you actually have to change back into the Mouseman. It's not possible. So you are just changing there, again glitched out, and then you just swim up. And then you're just killing the first one and the third one. And then I just kill this guy, I guess. And then we are coming to another interesting room. They're like these guys who shoot projectiles up, what you already saw, where we just block. And there are also ninjas, and you didn't even see the ninjas until now, but the ninjas are super annoying because they shoot shurikens, and you have to block them with your shield. And the room should be looking like that. If they shoot high, you have to wait a little bit later. So you block and block. And if you are doing it everything wrong, you always get stun locked, and you have to try to shoot to block at least the projectiles. Learn this room. I just say learn this room as you can. And then you just change into the Birdman before. And when this last guy is appearing, you just change into Lion Man here. So let's do this again. This room is actually difficult to learn, so try to block. If you get a hit, just go. And yeah, you can actually really get stun locked by the ninjas. But yeah, you will definitely pass. And here I always change into Lion Man and Birdman, but learn the room and see if the projectiles are high or low. Then change into... And if you... So, what can happen? I was mentioning that if you shoot as Lizardman in places you are not allowed to shoot, you can break the game. And what we just did, we broke the game. So you actually have to change as Lizardman so you don't see a shot of him coming out. If you see a shot of him coming out, you can glitch it out and you can pix it out and you can break the game. And we don't want that. Oh yeah. Now everything is completely wrong. I don't know if we can bring this back actually. That's an interesting color. Never saw that before. That's a big lol. So I don't know if we can bring this back into the normal color. Let me just check. Never saw that before actually. Nah. Well, I don't want to play like this completely, so what I will just do is I will just change into another form and I will just die, and it should be actually coming back to the normal one. No. I think I still have a save state. Let me just reset. I think since I was breaking it, yeah, it's completely broken. I think I have still a save state for this somewhere. Let me see. So yeah, I think I have to stop the game and then start it again. Let me see. Never saw that before actually. Let's see. Perhaps we are lucky and we can get the state again correctly. So if I just select it right now, yeah. So it should be again okay. Yeah. So now we have again the correct game. So since I broke the game and then used the save state, I changed the colors completely. I never saw that before. It was actually interesting to see. So yeah, if you are using the Lion Man and you are not changing and you shoot with him, it could be that you're breaking the game and the run is over and you have to start again because you cannot bring it back into normal situation. So be careful with Lizard Man. That's my advice to you. So blocking the things. This is like the way you have to play. And if you get hit, try to avoid the stun lock and just go. And change into the Birdman here. And then you have to change 5 times. When you see this last guy, just change. And like I said, be careful with Lizard Man to change. And then we go here down, but I will save before. So next room is 2 blue guys are coming from the top. You are hitting the right guy and then you change again to the mouse man, because every time the one room you just saw with going upstairs has the way down for the mouse man. So you can always change as a mouse man there, and yeah, you can always pass even when there are enemies. It's always like every room what you just saw or what you will see right now is for a mouse man passing down. So they never change that room, so you can always change as a mouse man even when there are enemies. It's like one special room what you see like 3 or 4 times here in this dungeon. So what you're just doing is like you as a Lion Man, you just hit him and then you just change forms here into mouse man. You go here, then you hold right, ignore everything, and then the same room comes again, but this time you are having enemies here, but you still can go down here. And then you're just changing into Birdman and try to stay in the middle of the room. And just fly over everything. And then when you see the third ninja, like try to stay in the middle. And when you see the third one, don't hit him, because if you hit him, you have exactly that what you don't want. Idiots. So let's do this again. Try just to change before him and then go into the door. And we are almost at the end of the game. So yeah, here, like I said, same room, but you don't have to care about the HP because you have an infinite refill with the hardest armor. And then you just fly here in the middle, fly over everything, fly, fly, fly. Then when you see the third ninja, like stay here, and when you see the third one, do it before him, and then just go as a mouse man here inside. So we do another state. Hold left, just hold left and then right. You will not get it if you do that. And then there are 2 ways, but the best way is, again, this room is the same. And here is a door where you can actually change your forms. You jump over that, and then you just go as a Birdman up. This room is special, like the next room. I just show you again the... So you're getting everything double. So hold left and then right, and You can wait until this guy is shot, and then you just go down. And then as a Birdman, it's the last part before the end boss fight. So in the next room there's a guy. There's left a stone shooter, like stone face shooter, and a guy, a pig guy, what is like shooting arrows. And when you're like forcing him to like stay a little bit from the right side of him when you go up, he will go to the right. If you're going to the left when he's shooting, he will follow you, and you have to wait longer until he's going away that you can pass. So I show you what is wrong. So when you go directly to the left, he would actually follow you. So it depends where you go up. But yeah, it's a critical thing. And this room is like always blocking here, then blocking there, and then blocking there before going up. There's no other way. And then we are before the dungeon. We change here into the human form and then change into the legendary sword, because we don't have to change any more forms. Let's do this part again. So the last part is just flying up here. And you see, like if I go too much left too early, I have to wait and then go up. So I always recommend to stay a little bit to the right. So this pig guy, we have the transition of the thing again. So this pig guy always goes to the right and then just go up. And then we are blocking the shots by this one. Then we go here, and then we go here. Then we fly up, go here, and then go here. Change into human, and then legendary sword. So, as a Birdman, you can actually only block if you are attacking with a sword. Then you can get a block. When you're flying, you don't have the shield out. So only if you stand on the ground as a Birdman, or in the air when you're shooting, when you're hitting your sword, you have the sword and the shield on the same time. But we are fighting right now the dragon with the human form, because the human form has 255 attack points. That means we only need 4 or 5 hits for the last boss. But the last boss is actually a super trolling. You don't even need that thing what is there inside. And there's the boss room. And I will explain the end boss. So, the end boss is really, like I already told you, with the Hades armor we cannot die. But the end boss is really, like, he can really troll you. So he's shooting these fire things, what you know from the Lizard Man. He can shoot it very quickly in a row. You can shoot it unpredictable, and it could be that he's always flying around on the top and never comes down, or comes down and goes up again. So what I recommend in the end boss fight is that you're staying in the middle of the room and just wait until he's coming, and jump and hit him, but not jump very high, so you can block perhaps his shot, but it can be really annoying in the beginning. And when you hit him, he will always leave the screen. He can go down the screen or up the screen and then comes down again. And then he can spawn in the same spot he just come again, or on the other spot. But mostly, like when he goes to the right, he comes again from the right always. And when he goes to the left, he comes always from the left again. So the best pattern is like he's coming, and you hit him, and he goes to the right, and then you are just going to the side and try to hit him again. I will show you that. If he comes from the top, it's critical. If he shoots a lot before, he will not shoot at you when he's reaching the ground. If he's not shooting a lot in front of you, when he's coming down, he will shoot you for sure in your face, and it's very difficult to not get hit. And the best is, like I already said, you hit him very early, he goes to the side, he comes again on a spot he can be hit, and this is like 3-4 times, and then he's already dead. Maximum 5 hits you need until he is dead. So what I always do is like I hold right and then see what he's doing. When he's coming, I hit him. When he's going, I go left again. He's not coming, well, I have to wait again. And you see, like he can directly hit you, and it will be really difficult. You can wait, you can follow him, but you will never hit him. He can troll, as you can see, and he can wait forever on the top, and you just hit him, and then you try that he's there, he's not there, you wait, let him come, hit him again, he's going up. Wait until he's coming, hit him again, he's going to the right, he's dead. Time would be in the moment when you stop glowing and when you are touching it. Right now would be time. So let's do this fight again. He can come on different points. So what he can do is he can come directly up in the position you come. So if you want to speculate really hard, you just, in the moment you stay, you just hit the sword because he's just coming up and you directly get him. That would be actually amazing. Mostly he's coming from the side, and he can come low, it can come high. Try to hit him, and then he can like go on the ground and comes up on the same place on the ground again, or he goes on the ground and comes up on the other side of the ground again. If he goes to the side, he can go on the top or he can go on the bottom, and yeah, you need like 5 hits or something. So he's going to the side, he's here in the top. This is like, I hope he's coming, he's not coming, and he would be dead. So one more time, and I would just let him fly a little bit around so he's doing some other stuff. In any case, this is how the fight goes. So let him just do some other stuff. Yeah, just got stun locked, it's fine. Follow him if you want. Cannot hit him. So he's going there. Well, he's going there. Going there. Doing that stuff. Interesting. Yeah, hit me, it's fine. We want actually different patterns right now. So you can go to the left and right, you can go on the ground and up. That's what you just see. When he shoots so much, he will definitely not hit you. But he can also go on the ground here, or on the ground there, and then comes on the same spot up, or in the same spot here up. So yeah, just check what he's doing, and we just do it one more time. Let's see. Perhaps we are lucky and I can show you that he's going on the ground. Also depends where you hit him, of course. So let's see if we can bring him into the situation that he's going on the ground. So you saw that also. Would be nice if he's doing at least one time this. This is to the side. There's on the top. Now he did shoot so much, so things like that. Well, yeah, you have to just figure it out. He can go also on the ground, but this is like how you have to fight him, and time would be now. And this is the speedrun of Wonder Boy 3, the Dragon's Trap, and any percent category. Console not playable, only on emulation, because of two controllers on one controller. And I hope you enjoyed the speedrun tutorial of Wonder Boy 3 The Dragon's Trap. I wish you good luck to learn that run. If there are any questions, please let me know by, I don't know, messages or whatever in the forum if you have any questions, but I hope I explained everything. And it's a wonderful game, and with the hardest armor in the end it's making much easier to play. You can take the security stuff, like I said, more potions or second heart, but just learn the game. Like, it is really fun to play, actually. Has good music, and many people like also the speedrun to watch, even when you are not so fast. And like I said, it's actually not so hard, and the critical parts I was just mentioning, the way to the Thunder Sword is critical. The way to the pyramid here as Lizardman is critical, and the way to the Tasmanian Sword Shop is actually critical. These are the really critical parts in the game where we can lose that. And we are skipping 2 dungeons, that's why it's actually much faster. And yeah, we are just using the hardest armor and the legendary sword, and changing every form what we can do. What is in the remake not anymore possible, but here it's still possible. And rush through the game to finish it and kill the boss very fast. If you want to have a bigger challenge, learn the all bosses category by watching my speedruns. but it's actually not easy because yeah, 2 more dungeons and playing on low health, a lot of more stuff to do, and very slow end fight, because you can maximum do 12 damage to the end boss, and you have to play as a Birdman, and yeah, it's totally hard timing, flying and hitting in the same time the guy that he is not hitting you. So yeah, I don't recommend that, but this is actually a fun run, like I said. Would not take so much time to learn it, but if there are any questions, what you don't understand, or you think, yeah, well, Berlin would, I don't know what you mean with that or this, let me know, and I will definitely try to explain you as much as I can, and I hope you will have fun, and perhaps even go for the world record. 28 minutes 54 seconds actually right now, and I'm happy about everyone who picks that up and enjoys it. One of the best games of the Sega Master System, definitely, and really nice to enjoy. So please have fun, and I see you in the next speedrun or in the next tutorial. So good night from me.